Grandma looks perplexed. She's sending more messages. Will she? Wait, Dad's still talking. He works in the internet. Wrap that shit up, B. I don't think he can hear us, so we can say whatever the fuck we want. I'm just over here like. I'm being such a dick right now. Like, come on, Dad, we're trying to party. Wrap that shit up. Oh, that moment we were trying to chill with your crew, but Dad won't stop talking. So we all just. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm with an iPhone crew. And I say, fuck that, Android for life.
Oh my God, I love my old man, but sweet baby Jesus, can that man talk?
I'm going.
Selfie.
Who's here?
Selfie.
Yeah.
Burberry scars, shrimp and Perry on. Living like a comet, moving amongst the stars. $100,000 sports cars, silk massage, menage a trois. Yes, I've been a boss. Sauntering, Maitre D staying flabbergasted. Her ass about the size of an infant's casket.
I really wanted to talk about this Roman Reigns taking the titles and going home for months.
I mean, we can. We're recording. Yeah.
I mean,
I could throw it in somewhere. Whatever
I
we
want
do, I'm gonna be
Wendy,
cutting
I
up.
want Wendy back here when we talk about this because,
Well,
yeah, I want her
hopefully.
take on it.
Well, there you go.
There she is.
Hey,
Can you hear us now?
yes.
Okay, I'm going
Yeah,
to say
maybe.
this for a third time. So now that you hear me, I fucking love your Rocco's Modern Life shirt.
Thank you.
Yes, Kathy
It's
is
only the
mad
third
jealous.
time I've said this to you since we started.
So I owe you a thank you.
She wore that on another show, and I played it for Kathy on my phone, like my phone screen sideways. And Kathy goes, "Oh my God, I love that shirt. That's Rocco's Modern Life." And I'm like, "How can you see it?" She's like that big.
You can tell the pattern. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
iconic. The pattern is
yeah.
iconic.
It's synonymous with childhood.
I guess, yeah.
At work, because yesterday was commencement, like all senior staff was gone, middle management was gone, so it was just like a few staff members, and I was like, "There's no fucking way I'm getting dressed up for work today. Like that's stupid."
Wow.
So I wore
Don't blame
my Rocco's Modern Life and like fucking leggings and flip flops to work. I was like, I can't be
Fuck
bothered
yeah.
today. I have no fucks.
Fuck it, it's Friday the 13th. You're lucky I'm here.
Exactly.
I only worked 6 hours today.
That's what's up. I think I did about the same amount of work.
All right, Wendy, we're gonna get
Yeah.
this out of the way before we watch this fucking main event, Dom, because I really want to talk about this because we started talking about it, and I wanted to wait before you got here. I want some Roman Reigns kind of. Where'd she go? There she is.
She's
There I
Roman
am.
Reigns kind of taking his ball and going home,
Going
kind
home?
of. And, I mean, not even really going home because we don't know what the hell he's doing, but everyone's comparing it to Brock Lesnar. This is actually worse than Brock Lesnar. In the grand scheme of things, Roman Reigns taking all of this time off is worse than Brock Lesnar being part-time. And I only say that because Roman holds both titles hostage right now. There is no main title on either show. There's no main title at all once he goes home.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's
I was
why
actually
it's
thinking
worse
about
than
this
Brock.
earlier.
Brock only held. Huh?
Oh,
I,
go ahead.
I was thinking about
Wendy?
this earlier because Charlotte does something similar, but it's when she drops the title. She'll
Right.
drop it, she'll go on vacation, and then she comes back. And like you said, Brock, even as a part-timer, he's still working though.
Yeah, like
He's
he's
still
showing
showing
up
up
to
for his
pay-per-views.
shift. But
Yeah,
going
he
home with it?
he only took one title. He only took when he was showing up once every other month or once a month. He only had one
Yeah.
title.
Just the one. Just the one.
Roman has
Roman's
the
got
WWE title and the Universal title, and he's taking his ball and he is going home
So-
for a few months.
So let me ask, because I've been a little out of it this week for obvious reasons. Why the fuck is Roman going home in the first place?
They haven't said. Well,
He hasn't had a vacation.
He hasn't had a vacation, and I think something with restructuring his contract to having one sort of like Randy Orton, where he doesn't do house shows or nothing like that. But he's not even scheduled to be in Hell in a Cell. Like he's gone until September.
He's gone until like because I saw
like August.
the poster for the show in Wales, and he's on that. At least he's on the poster.
In September.
Yeah.
September 3rd is that show.
I was wondering why, because I saw some video, maybe over the weekend, where he was saying it's like a crowd in Jersey at a house show, and he was saying this may be my last time showing up here, and I was like,
"Yep,
is dude retiring?" Like I didn't know.
He's taking a lighter schedule
for obvious reasons.
In academics, we call that a sabbatical.
Yeah. For I haven't finished Dynamite yet. I haven't watched Rampage. I haven't done shit.
I'm like a week behind on Rampage.
I'm like 2 weeks behind, if you want me to be honest.
Well, the easiest idea I had, since we're here, we're recording and we're fucking with this, is I'll play the main event of Dynamite. We'll kind of Wendy's seen it. We haven't.
I haven't.
So don't spoil it.
Oh no.
No. She's like, watch this. Hey, watch this. Look, wait to see what happens next.
To be honest, I only half watched it because it was Darby and Jeff Hardy, and I was like, oh, ladders and shit. Big fucking surprise. So I was only
They're gonna beat each other up with ladders and chairs.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I saw no rules, I could kind of imagine. When I saw them announce there was, this is anything goes, and then I saw the picture afterwards that was on social media, so I kind of know how this is gonna go.
I don't have anywhere to be.
I actually saw a post. Someone posted something like, was that match style really the right choice for the Owen Hart Cup? I mean, you've got these two guys jumping off of ladders and stuff like that, and like falling from fucking pretty high heights. Was that really like a tasteless
you gotta look
match
at it like,
for the Owen Hart Cup?
You gotta look at it like, okay, maybe it wasn't, but at the same time, that's what these two are known for.
Yeah,
like Jeff Hardy for many decades and Darby Allin for many months.
No, absolutely.
Many months.
So you kind of have to let them do their thing, and every other match was like Owen Hart to a T. Adam Cole even won with a fucking sharpshooter. After Dax tried to win with a sharpshooter.
FTR replicated that bit of the match between Owen and Brett.
Yeah. So there's been so many Owen moments. I don't think you need to throw them into every match. You know what I mean? Because after a while, then you're gonna have those people on the other side like, yeah, you're doing an Owen tribute. We get it.
So, this is something else that was it was a curveball thrown at me on another wrestling page. We're saying the Joker. We're hoping for Miro. Some people are hoping for Cesaro.
Yeah.
What if it's David Hart Smith?
That would be very
because his mom was at the show with Martha Hart.
Yeah.
So
that would be
what if
cool.
it is David Hart Smith? He's legitimately someone that could beat Samoa Joe, even without outside interference.
I agree. And honestly, like, I don't care because I don't know. And that's the only part that I care about right now. Don't give me any announcements. Don't say anything on social media. Tell Tony Khan to keep his trap shut.
Okay.
Go for it. Tell Tony Khan keep his trap shut
Oh.
until next Wednesday when it fucking happens. Because I've been thinking about it over and over again. And you know, David Hart Smith was one of the options. We already talked about a couple others. I was hoping maybe it would be the Rainmaker. You know, like I've gone
Kota
all
Ibushi.
over the place with it, or Kota Ibushi because of wow.
That's for next week.
I mean, can we just say that shit with New Japan was a bit shocking?
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, you go back to when he was in the original Cruiserweight Championship tournament, and people were loving him there.
Mm-hmm.
And they offered him a contract, and he went back to Japan.
Yeah.
Because he was that dedicated to staying in New Japan and becoming the heavyweight champion eventually and whatever else. And now this?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
where's
that's
Ron
fucked up.
Simmons? Where's Ron Simmons? Damn!
But I mean, he called New Japan a sweatshop.
Yeah. Among other
Like-
things.
Like, bro, you called him a sweatshop, dude.
Mm-hmm. After all these years, too. I mean,
Uh-huh.
Ibushi's not exactly a newcomer to New Japan. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
He was popular before Kenny Omega. Let's be real.
He helped make Kenny Omega.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they stuck Kenny with him to put some shine on Kenny.
And then the Golden Lovers were born and soon to be AEW Tag Team Champions.
Maybe at this point. Oh God, we're gonna get the Golden Elite back together
That would be
to
great.
go with the Elite and the Undisputed Elite and
Bro.
and all the
possibly the
elites.
Bullet Club with Jay White. And
It's gonna be the Golden
That's too many
Elite
elites.
versus. It's gonna be the Golden Elite versus the Bullet Club. Adam Cole and Red Dragon join the Bullet Club,
Jay White
while
against the
God
Golden Elite.
joins the Golden Elite.
Oh, I was gonna say I could see like Ibushi, Kenny, and the Bucks going up against like Adam Cole, Red Dragon, and Jay White.
Yeah,
I could totally
Okay,
see
yeah,
that
yeah.
because outside of Ibushi, everybody else has been in AEW already, or is there now?
yeah, bro. He was even going at Gallows and no, he was going after Anderson
Yeah.
in his texts and tweets and shit. But anyways, the reason that we
But I gotta-
gathered here today,
Right. But before we actually, I'll bring up the main event. But before we do that, I got to go back to one thing on Dynamite because Brucey is here, and obviously I got to do this.
oh boy,
Were you as weirded out by as good of a face MJF was playing in Long Island as I was? I was like,
No,
how
because it's
the
Long Island.
fuck is this even possible?
it was
He
just,
even
it was the
insults-
same
he
way
even-
last time he was there.
Yeah, when he goes to Long
I
Island.
mean, it was
he's
good
like,
last time, but this time it was like a whole other level.
Bro, he even insulted them. He was like, "You poor people in the poor seats. You're still beautiful, but you're poor."
Yes,
And
Yeah,
they're just
well,
like,
that's what- you're
"Yeah."
poor, but you're still beautiful. Woo! Like he had the fans chanting shit, and they were in the palm of his hand,
Yep.
Mhm.
and I'm
But
just
it's like-
like,
He's from
You
Long
should not be
Island.
this
no
good.
One said geniuses come from Long Island, though.
you should not be this
Just
good at
saying.
both.
Just
You know what I
saying.
mean? Like we always talk about how so and so's a better heel, or this guy's a better face.
it
I
was.
don't know which is better with MJF. And that's me, not him. That's
Oh, yeah, I get that.
It was literally a convention of Burberry scarves in that
Oh my
arena.
god, yes, it was.
there
all,
were
that was
dudes.
all that was missing.
Did you see
all
the
that was
dudes on the
missing-
ramp?
All that was missing was Bruce. That's all that was missing.
I was the
Honestly,
only one
did you
missing
see
from
the
that
dudes
show.
on the ramp in like full
Uh-huh.
MJF? They had the suits and the scars and the
mhm.
spray tans and every
The
fucking
whole
thing.
Bro, I loved how he did the CM Punk when he came out and he went in the fans and he put his arms in the fans like
He's right in
Punk
there,
did.
right in there. It's like, love it.
And
It
yet
was-
they
it was
booed the
great.
shit out of CM Punk.
Well, he had. Did you see
Made
him?
me
He
so
had
happy.
him cut. He had him cut the music so they could boo him.
Which was funny because they were cheering him until he cut the music, and then it was like, "Fuck you, dude! We want Cult of Personality back." I don't blame you, Long Island.
He's like, yeah, no.
And since you brought up the wrestling god, I'm going to put this out there on the air for everyone to know. As far as I am concerned, 2024 and everything MJF says is a fucking work.
Yeah,
it's a work until proven otherwise. And I said it on Facebook. If he goes, he goes. But until that day comes, in 2 more years, it's a fucking work.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can take it. This dude has his whole family in on his gimmick. How could this 2024 shit not be a work?
Right? He even brought up Cody. I was like, "Oh, you better not do that." You might end up getting sued now. WWE's got a trademark on that name again.
I'll be honest though.
No, I'm kidding.
I don't see him going over there. If I'm being honest though.
Mm-hmm. I gotta be honest with you. I don't know if I see him going. I just don't really want him to go. And I'm gonna say it like I said it on Facebook. I love Eddie Murphy. I don't care if it's clean or dirty. I love Eddie Murphy, and he could work both styles. I'm sure MJF could too, because like I said, you see him playing a face, and you're like, you should not be this good at it. So I'm sure he could do it, just like Eddie Murphy can be clean. But when I was a kid, I snuck downstairs and put headphones in the stereo so I could listen to my older brother's Eddie Murphy Raw and Delirious albums on wax.
Yep.
If I was a kid growing up like in clean Eddie era, I am not sneaking downstairs to turn on the TV and watch Daddy Fucking Daycare. Okay? Therefore, I would rather have MJF stay where he can be, maybe small pun intended, raw, uncut, and uncensored, than to turn around and go to a place that is PG-13 at best, that you rarely ever hear anybody use a curse word on, and when they do, you can almost hear Captain America in the back of your head going, language.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, none of the promos he cut against Pillman Jr. would fly. None of the crazy shit he told anybody. Metheny would not fly at all. Calling Wardlow War Pig would not fly. No. All that he does and says, none of that would fly at all.
And that's what I mean. Like if you are, it's like I said with Eddie Murphy. If you've watched or listened to Eddie Murphy Raw or Delirious, he says some nasty shit on those things. If you watch Beverly Hills Cop, everything he says in the first 2 movies, because the third one sucks, you cannot get away with on television.
The third one never happened.
The third one never happened. The first 2 were fucking hilarious. The third one never happened. Okay, but you can't get away with that shit on TV. You can't get away with that shit in mainstream. You're not going to get away with that on Saturday Night Live.
No,
that type of stuff. And that's what makes it so good. Is that, I don't know if anybody noticed, but the 3 of us are not exactly the type of people that hold our tongue or watch what we say.
Here's how.
So why would we want somebody to be? Why we watch somebody who has to do the same?
This is the only way, I think, in my humble opinion, I speak only for myself, the only way MJF could work in the E is if he was given creative license to a degree. If they told him, you can say what you want, but keep it clean, then he could make it work. But they won't do that. They'll be like, here is your script.
Here is your script,
follow what we want you to say.
Yeah. I mean, I know they've been talking about Cody a lot lately and how he shoots from the hip and he doesn't get a script. But Cody is not going to say the kind of things that MJF says. Cody is not going to walk out with Stephanie McMahon in the ring and call her Metheny McMahon. Now, MJF might.
MJF would say some wild, outlandish shit.
If you think Chris Jericho talked shit about Stephanie back in the day, wait till MJF shows up.
Oh, boy,
that'll look PG-13 in comparison, and he will be fired.
Yep.
So I don't want to see that. I want to see him stay where he has developed the place that has put him on a national spotlight on national television and made him the type of name in wrestling that he is. I don't want to see him go to WWE. I can see him in. I know what he's going to be in WWE. He's going to be the Miz.
Miz Light.
Yeah.
Oh,
Miz
fuck Punk.
Jr.
He's going to be the Miz.
I said Miz. I said Miz
Wait.
Light.
Correction, Brucey. Miz is now Miz Light. MJF will be Miz that we remember and we love that wasn't so annoying and whack. Miz will be Miz Light.
He'll be Diet Miz Light.
Yeah.
Right.
He'll be Miz Zero.
He'll be Pepsi Zero. He'll be
Miz
Pepsi
Zero.
Clear. He'll be Pepsi Clear.
Pepsi Clear.
It's Miz Zero and his daughters and
Like my
and
thing
Reese
is
and those
like
wonderful assets.
I know the post that you were talking about where you mentioned all the stuff about Eddie Murphy and stuff like this, and
Yeah, shout out to Devin.
Devin,
Clark Street. We were talking about this.
I do see Devin's side of it.
I do too.
I see where he's coming from because
What was his side? I didn't get a chance to spot this.
he basically said like MJF, if MJF goes to WWE, he's gonna go to prove to himself that he can take what they have and turn it into fucking gold.
Yeah.
Pretty much
is what he can adapt.
If he can adapt and not be this methody and crackheads and living in your mom's basement jacking off type stuff, like to go to WWE and be clean and be a good heel, it's basically, he said, be able to see how good of a heel he really is. And because he's not going to be able to go to autograph signings and do this to a fucking
flip off
kid.
A 10-year-old.
Right. Flip off a 10-year-old.
Right. He's not going to be able to sign half the things that he signs the way he does. Like Too Whore, love MJF. Here's the thing, y'all. And I put it this way, not just because Devin said it, but because it's not like they're going to make MJF tone down his ring style. They're going to make him tone down his mouth.
Oh, yeah.
And when you go
his
back
mouth
to
is
those
his moneymaker, he's amazing in the ring.
So that's why I look at comedians, and when you think about like loudmouth, foul-mouthed comedians, would you want Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, George Carlin, all those foul-mouthed legends to tone their shit down, even if they could? Would you want them to? And my answer is no.
Even Rodney Dangerfield, when he was toned down in those family-friendly movies, he was still saying some shit that was like, my man.
He was saying some shit, but he would not get away with that in WWE.
It was like, my man, I'm 5 years old. I shouldn't be hearing this.
I shouldn't be hearing
when you did Ladybugs.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god! No, back to school. I watched that when I was a kid, and I was like, I don't think I should be watching this. This is not the kind of movie I thought it was gonna be.
Let's be real though, like people from our generation, we watched all that shit at like 5, 7 years old.
Oh yeah, we had the VHS tape. I'd just go steal it, and I'd leave the case there, so they thought it was there, but I had the tape. Now, fuck it. Shout out to Rodney Dangerfield, because that man was life for me. Like I watched all his movies. I went to the premiere of Meet Wally Sparks in theaters.
Oh my god, that movie!
That movie is fucking amazing. It's raunchy and it's awful, but it's amazing. Yeah. And last thing before we get back to wrestling, because celebrities and all, anybody that knows me knows I'm a huge fan of the Tremors movies. Like not just the original. I've watched the whole fucking series.
Yeah, I've seen the whole series.
And I found out today we lost Fred Ward. We lost Fred
the main
Ward,
actor,
the man that played Earl in all of those, like the first 2 or 3 Tremors movies. I love that dude. Like he's been in so much else too. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But I love that fucking dude. So rest in peace. I just wanted to get that out there. Like he made those movies. He was a tremendous actor. He was a cool guy. I feel for his family. I just had to say something. Oh, yeah. It's been that kind of week. It really has. Don't get me started. Now, all of that is done. Let's move on to the co-main event, shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right,
totally off topic. So I have SmackDown on as background noise. I love RK Bro.
Yeah.
I'm just wait. I mean, I don't want Randy Orton to turn on him. I just want them to just be until like Randy's like, okay, I'm ready to retire, and Riddle's like, okay, friend, I love you, and that's it.
All right, one more question because she made me think. Who turns on who first? Randy turns on Riddle, or Christian turns on Jungle Boy?
Christian on Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. Because you saw that shit after the match, right? And it's been that way the last couple of times. He just kind of looks at him weird, gives him like a half hug. Like, it's coming. You just know it.
I think he turns on Jungle Boy, and then him and Luchasaurus become a tag team, and Jungle Boy finally goes solo like he's needed to be.
Like he should be.
Yeah, that would make sense, actually. All right, let's get this going. Of course it starts on a fucking commercial.
Because why not?
A better
Ooh, I got my envelopes done just in time.
way.
Fight me, Dunkin' Donuts.
Your envelope. Huh?
Oh, acknowledgement letters for donations he's received.
You sending them to Roman?
Yes, we are. Acknowledging his gift, that is him. God, I'm gonna vomit on myself.
God, I love that music.
I love the TikTok of the guy who's like, when there's no napkins, you gotta dry your hands.
Yeah.
He's just out there like on his phone.
Like wiping on your pants and shit. Oh, Matt just loves doing delete. Please be broken. Please be broken.
It'll happen.
Oh, it's coming. We're gonna get broken.
You mean more broken?
We're gonna
than
get
you?
broken
Three
Hardys
years, I'd be with
in
5
AEW.
I don't know. The more I think
Mark
about
my
it, the
words.
more I doubt it.
And it's gonna be as good as Blackpool Combat teaming up with Santana, Ortiz, and Kingston. I'm just saying.
Blood and guts
Mm-hmm.
at Double or Nothing.
They gotta get Regal in there though, with the brass knucks and everything.
Well, it makes sense because Yuta's going to be in Japan for the Super Juniors tournament.
The most emo wrestling theme in modern day wrestling.
Well, I mean, it's Darby. What's not emo about it?
From hell, I fell. So will you. Like, why? Is there a tripwire? Like, is somebody taking out kneecaps? Why am I gonna fall too? I don't want to fall. I'm old. I got surgeries and shit.
I'm pretty clumsy and all, but I don't really want to fall.
I don't want to fall. Like I said, I'm old. I got knee surgeries and shit. I ain't trying to fall.
I will
Wendy
say
took me
this.
to my hernia surgery. She knows I've had at least one.
I know.
I will say this. I am very pleased with the outcome at the end of this match.
Okay. This is payback, isn't it?
What?
This is payback because I spoil shit for you all the time.
No, I just know the outcome. I haven't seen the match.
I don't know the outcome. I haven't seen it. I don't know shit.
I love how opposite in looks Hardy and Darby are, because Hardy looks like he's going to a rave, and Darby looks like he's going to some like weird garage for a local.
I mean,
punk pop show.
you got the Rainbow Warrior going against like Marilyn Manson's grandson. It's definitely a different look.
His grandson, damn, not even his son.
And all you can say about the both of them is the beautiful people. Oh, the beautiful people. Ta-na-na.
God damn.
And since this took place in Long Island, I mixed myself a Long Island iced tea. It's smooth.
And then what did you say? 10 chairs?
It's just about, let's see, 2, 4, 6, looks like 8. It's a lot.
These.
But who needs them when you got ring steps?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And we are, what, 3 minutes into this match, and Darby's already half busted
Not
open?
even. Not even. We're like a minute
Not
and a
even.
half.
This is exactly how I thought this shit was gonna go.
Yep.
And 2 minutes from now, Jeff Hardy's gonna be busted open.
This whole
Mark
match
my
is
words.
predictable.
Oh, that was nifty. That was niftier. Nice little clothesline off the steps there, Jeffy.
back to winning or losing.
I hate to say it, as I'm watching this, I'm just thinking of Ivy watching this, like biting her nails as her man is just trying to kill himself. Like, no, Jeff, no! Just got these done.
Summer on Wednesday, July 27th, the DCU Center in Worcester, Massachusetts. Tickets go on sale Friday, May 20th. And then next Wednesday, AEW returns to Houston, Wednesday, May 18th at the Fertitta Center. Tickets also available right now, AEWTIX.com.
A lot of friends come to that big event in Houston.
I gotta say, Excalibur is the new Micro Machines man of pro wrestling.
Yeah, he is.
He promotes everything at 800 miles an hour.
We'll
be live today, Houston, Texas. Back to Philadelphia.
Roman Reigns was watching the match between Sami Zayn and Matt Riddle. Heyman's holding the title, watching Roman Reigns. Like, you fucking creep.
Is it just me? Is it just me? Or are you guys watching this match just like frame by frame? Like,
Oh yeah,
like,
yep.
yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Was it lagging?
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's not on my end, but
Winner go home.
It's all good.
Play playoff hockey.
It's playoff
I'm afraid to
hockey
skip the commercials because it might get even worse. We're just gonna mute them for now. Fuck it.
Usually how we handle it, we mute them.
I'm sorry if there's some issues. It's going smooth on my side, but
It's probably my end.
and I've done this before with
end.
I've done this before with Grandma, and it's been okay.
Well,
Yeah, now we're the dreaded part of the show. My arch nemesis, picture in picture.
well, good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go grab it. I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Grab your drink,
break.
dude.
How have you been, Dom?
It's been meh.
Yeah, I get that.
Like that whole day the other day was just like, I'm not crying, am I? Oh, maybe I am. I don't know.
What this? No, it's just
And-
my eyeballs are sweating
No,
hard.
okay, so here's how it started. All right, because I got everybody out of the house. I'm here.
Yeah.
And I'm trying not to think about the fact that it's my mom's birthday and she ain't
What?
here.
So
So
are you yelling at me?
I'm not yelling at you, bro. So I'm
Because
trying to
I
think.
can,
I'm
and
trying
that's
not
what
to
I do.
think that it's, my mom's birthday and she's not here. So I decide, you know what? I'm just gonna throw some headphones in. It's like a nice morning. It's like damn near 70. I'm gonna go out, cut my grass, listen to some music, just not even think about it. So I head outside, grab my mower, grab my headphones, get the mower going, hit play button on my Spotify on shuffle. First song that comes on is the most emo song of all time. Literally, just first song is "Hello, Darkness, My Old
Fuck my
Friend."
life, Big Bong.
And it's not even Simon and Garfunkel. It is Disturbed,
Disturbed,
which is
which is even
disturbingly depressing.
It's even
Okay.
harder to listen to. The first time
I'm
I heard it, I
like,
was
fuck.
like, "Yo, this shit slaps!"
Right? And so I'm going in my pocket to grab because I don't do the ear thing very well. Like I'm old. I don't do the ear thing. I can't remember which one skipped. So I'm going in my pocket to get my phone. And as I'm doing that, it starts raining on me, which is annoying. But my wife, my niece, my family of mine that knew my mom have said the same thing that I've thought. And say it always rains on her birthday. It's like she's watching us and she can see that we're hurting and they're just tears falling from fucking heaven. And that's the first thought that goes into my head. And so at that point, I drop the mower, I pull headphones out, I go in the house. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch some TV. I'm gonna be cool, whatever. And so I put on the TV, go to Paramount Network. First thing that pops up, Star Trek is premiering today.
Of course.
The New World show. Which is fine. Except my mother is one of the biggest OG Trekkies on the face of the fucking earth.
There it is.
There is a picture in my living room. Wendy might have seen it. It's a black and white photo of the original Scotty, James Doohan, autographed to my mother that she got at a Star Trek convention in the 80s.
Damn.
She used to walk around her job with the Federation pin badge on her
That is
blazer at an insurance company every day.
That's
She was a
fucking
huge
sweet.
Trekkie. Like she literally, when people laugh, she'd say "live long and prosper," the whole nine. And
That
now
sounds awesome.
Star Trek is debuting on her birthday, and she ain't here. And this has already happened. I'm done. I'm on the couch, and I'm 5 years old all over again. I'm just like, I want my mom, mommy. Like I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't take it anymore. And so I just zoned out. That's why I didn't watch this. That's why I was already fucked up before that. But that just sent me over the edge. Like everything else that's been going on, and then that on top of it, I was like, I'm done. I messaged you guys later. I was like, I'm done. So yeah, that's one of the reasons that I wasn't around, that I'm not caught up on wrestling and everything else. There's a few other things too, but not exactly as important as that. So how am I doing? Better, but not great.
Yeah.
I get it.
All right.
I get it.
So we're out of picture finally. Brucey's got his snacks and his drinks. So let's hit this shit, shall we?
Let's go.
Oh, you paused it. I thought it froze. I'm like, yeah, that's okay.
Nah, I paused it real quick because Brucey was still getting situated. Speaking of getting situated, Darby's on top of the ladder in the ring.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no, he's gonna die.
He's going through the 8 chairs.
Holy shit, he
Did he just do a swanton?
Yep.
Yes. And he weighs a $105, so those chairs didn't budge.
$105, shut the fuck up.
I just want to point out that Jeff was laying long ways and Darby swanton.
Look, Jeff caught him.
Jeff had to catch him.
Jeff sat up and caught his ass.
Yep.
I thought, never mind. I thought Jeff was laying down. I didn't see him stand up.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now. Jeff took the.
He was laying down, but like I saw it from another angle, and he adjusted
and he sat up.
time to catch him. Yeah.
Jeff took the brunt of that shit.
Oh, absolutely.
He caught Darby, and then he caught chairs. And all Darby did was land on Jeff and make it hurt worse. So I'm not surprised that the referee was actually holding his hand and talking to him, because Jeff is probably fucked up right now. Like, how's that spine? Broken? Okay, keep going.
This tournament is absolutely amazing. Loaded, I say, Tony.
That move made Shawn Michaels lose his smile, okay?
What the like
Darby thinking coffin drop here.
I mean,
So is Jeff.
okay, this is some of the stuff that kills me about Darby Allin matches. Is he just did a swanton off of a 20-foot ladder, 4 more feet above the ground. So he did a swanton from about 25 feet in the air through chairs, and he hopped right back up and was getting ready to go do a coffin drop off the top rope.
Yep.
And did a coffin drop to the apron. And look at him. This dude is not going to make it to 40.
I'd be surprised if he makes it to 30.
I'm just saying, if there's an over-under on 40, I'm going under.
Can I?
If it's 30, I might say push.
I just want to say Jamie Hayter and Tony Storm was a better match than anything that was on NXT 2.0 on Tuesday.
Well, I didn't watch NXT 2.0, so I can't say that, but that match was so good.
I mean, NXT's been having a lot of women's matches, which has been amazing. Which is amazing.
Yeah.
But that one match was better than anything that they've had.
I mean, let's be real. Deanna and Mercedes was better than anything 2.0's ever had. I mean, I don't watch much of it, but I guarantee you it was. Oh, shit. God damn. You know, I have sat in the almost front row of a bingo hall for a lot of things, and this feels a little more cringy.
Cringy?
Look at this shit.
Yeah.
He bent the steps. And that's after the chair thing. Like, how does Jeff Hardy have a spine right now? I mean, yeah, cheese graters and blood and all that shit. Okay, but like, this is real, you know?
These guys, like, I don't even know how to I don't even know how to consider. What are they? They do like a Daredevil style because it's not a hardcore style. It's not a deathmatch style. It's
I think
Daredevil
that's definitely
style.
what should be called Daredevil style.
I mean, how many times has JR called Jeff Hardy a daredevil over the last 2-3 decades? You know?
Like every single match.
and Darby is like, oh wow.
Oh, damn.
That ended abruptly. Okay. I think it
I didn't
had
think
to,
it-
though, because both of them were fucked up.
Honestly.
I didn't think it was gonna end. I thought it went a little bit longer than that. Holy shit!
I mean, I did too, but
Look at the shock
honestly,
on Matt's face. Matt's
I'm not
like shocked
surprised.
that his brother
That's
won.
like, oh shit, what?
He did a wrestling move. How about that?
I mean, that ended a full 2 minutes before the show.
He did a wrestling match to end a no holds barred match.
In the Owen Hart
Well, you know, all these years of daredevil lifestyle, he's learned a few wrestling holds.
Card Wednesday. Here's from
I mean, it's not that
I'm-
Jeff can't wrestle, but he's
I'm-
always about that moment, you know?
Yeah, this
I am very glad that Tony had Jeff go over in this match because I think if Darby would have went over, Jeff Hardy would become a complete bust in AEW if he
Oh yeah.
didn't beat
Yeah.
Darby in this match. Now,
It doesn't, no, it really doesn't matter for Darby at this point.
no, Darby's over.
Because Darby could
He's
lose every match, and
solidified.
people are going to fucking love him anyway. He's a pillar. But if Jeff Hardy, at this stage of his career, loses in the first round in his first singles match, what do you do with him?
Final round matchup,
Yeah,
Jeff
yeah.
Hardy, Adam Cole, plus quarterfinal round
So it's a great
matches,
decision.
Kyle O'Reilly, Ray Phoenix,
And besides, I really want to see Jeff Hardy versus Adam Cole.
No, it's like I was looking at the men's brackets, and I'm trying to think storyline. And the only storyline crossover that I see there is Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole.
Here, hold up. Let me. There we go. There's the bracket.
Alright. So
I think
it's
I can
Kyle
leave that
O'Reilly
in.
and Ray Phoenix.
Right.
Right now, look who's left. So you got those two. Then you got Samoa Joe and the Joker. And on the other side, you have Jeff Hardy versus Adam Cole. Now, the only storyline scenario that is actually has something to do with a storyline is Kyle
I
O'Reilly and
know where you're
Adam
going.
Cole. Nobody else is
I
connected in
was
a
just about to say
storyline.
that. Are they setting up for like Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole to get that like end of NXT Black and Gold feel
Yeah,
on-
you know,
on a pay-per-view possibly? Because the finals, you got to think is going to be a double or nothing.
they are. Both finals matches are at
Right.
Double or Nothing.
Mhm.
You
So
know,
the
I mean,
biggest match is either Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly or Samoa Joe.
because you look at the women's brackets, you've got the whole scenario. You know, you had Jamie Hayter and Tony Storm, which they had their match this Wednesday, and Tony
Right.
won. Well,
Right.
next week on the bottom side of Tony Storm's bracket is Dr. Britt Baker,
Britt
and
Baker.
she
Mhm.
has a Joker. So
Yeah.
there's your, and then on the other side tonight on Rampage, you had Ruby Soho, which is also in that same story arc with Britt Baker, and she
Mhm.
took on Grandma Wendy's favorite in
Well-
Riho. You know, I don't know who won because I haven't seen it yet, but
We could find out shortly.
I mean, it's one of the, but I mean, you guys understand what I'm saying, right?
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
totally get what you're saying. I don't have the women's bracket in front of me, but I get where you're going with it. I'm trying to figure out who the Joker is going to be on the women's side too.
You could,
'Cause
it
that's
could,
it.
all
That could be so
Candace?
many people.
Candice LeRae.
Be if she
Is she
had
back
the
from
baby.
maternity leave?
If she's back from
Yeah,
having the baby.
She's a free
Um,
agent. She's been she her contract ran out with NXT.
Oh, I know.
She's
But I don't
she's
know if
good.
she's back in shape after the baby because I think she just didn't she just have the baby in like February or March?
no. She had
thought
the
it
baby
was
last
recent.
year. Last year.
I'm pretty sure she was pregnant last year. Like,
She had the baby at the end of last year.
okay, well she could be back at it, but look at like Becky. She had the baby. She was out for like a freaking year trying to get back into shape.
Well, bodies are different, and some like spring back faster
True.
than others. You know.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I know if I was a wrestler and I had a baby, I'd be like Rebby, like, well, I'm retired and fat now.
Oh, I mean, when
Deuces.
your husband's nickname is Johnny Wrestling, I think you're gonna be all right with being in ring shape.
Oh my god! You know what?
Fair enough.
You know what just made me? You know what just popped in my
that
head?
was another one that came
What if the
across.
Joker? What if the
is-
Joker at both matches is the
Oh.
Garganos?
Mrs. and Mrs. the Gargano family? What if Samoa Joe versus Johnny Wrestling and then Britt versus Candice?
But here's the thing. Johnny Gargano can't be Johnny Gargano anymore because that was WWE name. Candice LeRae can still be Candice LeRae because that was her name before.
Yeah.
So, what is
Okay,
Gargano's?
so we were wrong. She had her baby February 17th of
I
this
thought
year.
I said February.
Yeah, you did. You were right. When I say we, I mean Bruce and I, because Bruce and I were like, "No, that baby's old as shit." We're wrong.
That
That baby in high school by now.
That kid's
Wait,
like
wait,
15
fuck.
now. What are you talking
Like
about?
3 months old, man. Not even.
Right? February, March, April, May. Yeah.
That kid's debuting on NXT
That kid's old
2.0
enough
next
to
week.
Fuck, that kid's driving already. Fuck.
So it's hipster jeans, man. They grow up quick.
You know, the only other worthwhile like semi storyline that you could get out of this would be Jeff versus Ray Phoenix. You know, because that could lead into one of those tag matches for the Hardys final run tag match.
You're right, but I feel like
that would be
I feel as though Jeff versus Ray Phoenix would be like Jeff versus Darby 2. Where they would just throw out the rules and they're gonna dive off of everything.
No, because Hardy and Allen did more of a daredevil match. They would have a high flying match, not quite the same.
they'd keep their stuff like ropes and ring, no chairs, no ladders. You know what I mean? It'd be an actual wrestling match.
As wild and crazy.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I know both these guys are not exactly strangers to like tables and ladders.
No,
and
not
chairs
at all.
No, not at all. No. But it wouldn't be as wild. It would be a little more contained.
But it would be a similar style of match, is all I'm saying.
I still would have liked to have seen Dax go over Adam Cole.
Oh, 1,000.
I understand why they can't do that, but at the same time,
but it was just when you see Dax and he actually had a great match and he's rocking the pink and black and he's got like his own heart logo that says Dax on it, you know, or Heart Family logo that says Dax on it. You know, that was cool. So it would have been nice to see him get a little further. But I'm happy for Adam Cole too. Like Adam Cole deserves all the success in the fucking world. Let's be real.
Just think how perfectly.
And he was Philly adjacent when growing up, so I gotta push Adam Cole.
How perfect would it have been for Dax to go to the finals and win? And be presented the Owen Hart. It's probably going to be a trophy, just like Japan gives out. Is given the trophy by Martha and Brett, and that's when Brett joins FTR.
If Brett can do it though, because we were talking about that, and WWE signed him to that Legends contract. So if that's true,
that's one of those things that we said on the show. I'll believe it when we see it.
Yeah. But that's I'm just saying. You gotta pick up that salt, maybe drop a grain and take it. You know.
But didn't Bret Hart say something about how like his contract with the E is mostly for like merch and shit like that, but it's not necessarily like as a performer or talent of any kind, talent per se.
Possibly.
Yeah,
I haven't seen a lot on Hitman and WWE. Like when Bruce brought it up, I was like, really? Wow. Because all I had heard was he was coming back to AEW because he was there in the beginning. He brought out the title on the first pay-per-view.
Listen, it was a dirty sheet that I got it from, so.
Oh, I'm sure. It was, sliced bread #2 wrestling or whatever.
Oh my God, they are the worst. I've got to find them on Twitter and follow them so we can do a daily sliced wrestling dirty sheet.
They're the worst. Let's promote them.
Exactly.
I mean, we do have the worst Instagram, so I guess we have some common ground with them, but not that much. Not that much.
Sounds like there was a bunch of women on Rampage.
Well, there is one way to find out. We could cue it up right now.
Oh my God, the numbers for this show was horrible. Rampage is gonna be shut down. Motherfucker, it was at 5:30 in the afternoon
I
on a
was literally on the
Friday.
train.
Right. I want some. Can anybody look at their guide and see what was going to be on TBS at 10 o'clock? Or at any point tonight?
Honestly,
Because I guarantee you it was American Dad, Big Bang Theory, or Family Guy reruns.
if they want Rampage to get numbers, have this bitch come on at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Have it run 7 to 8, because that's gonna bring the wrestling fans right into SmackDown.
No,
Coming on after SmackDown for a lot of people is like, bro, it's fucking over.
Yeah, it's too much.
TNT is playing Chaplain Flames versus Dallas Stars. TBS is Florida Panthers versus TAPS Captain.
Hockey and basketball.
Okay, that makes sense now. That does make sense. I apologize. Because usually when they move them to playoffs, you know, there's nothing on TBS, and they could have just put them there at any point.
The Blade's face, Blade leapfrog up and over.
This match right here is kind of like why for me.
I don't know. I guess it's just welcome back Death Triangle. You know,
Is this tonight?
like you got to have a tune-up match before you start feuding with the House of Black, sort of thing.
Yes, this was today's. Yes.
Wow, look at this. Penta the drop.
Oh, he literally kicked his ass.
Tonight on Rampage, Sean Spears, the Giant Killer, will take on Bear Boulder.
I love you, Penta.
Owen Hart Foundation quarterfinal round matchup.
You
Ruby
dark,
Soho
spooky,
takes on
arm-breaking
Rio.
motherfucker.
We will hear
Dark,
from Jade
spooky,
Cargill, Red
arm-breaking.
Velvet, Kiera Hogan, the baddies.
Oh
plus
my
the
God, love 'em.
TNT Championship match in our main event.
What's not to
Scorpio
love?
Sky looks to defend against former tag team partner, former AEW World
That's
Tag Team
gonna be cool.
Champion
Fire.
Frankie Kazarian.
Kaz versus Sky. That's gonna be
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
amazing.
Well, nice reversal. And the lariat followed
You know,
up.
I gotta give shouts out to guys like the Butcher and Gunther because they were always big, but they were kind of, you know, they were kind of carrying some extra weight, and they just got like cut, man. They trimmed down, and they're still huge, but now they're buff, and they're even scarier.
As Chris Jericho's Sports Entertainers of the Week.
I didn't think Gunther could get any scarier, but apparently I was wrong too.
Chris Jericho, Sports Entertainers of the Week, the Butcher and the Blade.
Eddie Kingston's family, so there's no.
Listen, watch what you say about that name. I'll throw fireballs to both of you guys if you keep that up.
Because he's a wizard.
Oh my
I feel like Jericho's losing his voice.
Wednesday, let's just concentrate so I can be professional.
I think Fozzie's been touring.
Right here, Pac. He just looks
He kind of sounds like Johnny Ace right now.
Technically gifted, but he
I'm
also
a wizard.
like nobody else.
Speaking of throwing, the last time I got hit with a fire,
People
was
power.
original Sheik.
That's right. It's true. I know. I studied it for a long time.
I will say this, I will riot if Tony brings in fucking Cesaro for the fucking Wild for the Joker.
Of the bastard.
They've got so much talent. Honestly, I feel it should be Miro,
Return to the ring.
but I would love to see Miro versus Adam Cole.
That would be cool. This thing, I want it to be cool, but then I kind of want Joe to win anyway, because I'm loving having Joe back as Joe.
Joe's not gonna win because Jay Lethal's gonna interfere in the match. He's gonna cost
good
him the
point.
match. Jay Lethal,
point.
Nut, and Baby Khali.
I will give you that. Satnam Singh, come on now.
Baby Khali, the third, the fourth,
The other big
WWE
Indian dude on a wrestling show.
Listen, I just realized WWE
He's not quite
has,
Veer, but he's definitely better than Shanky. I don't.
WWE has 3 giant Indian men. One of them was on NXT Level Up.
What
Oh,
the
yeah.
fuck does Mark Quinn look like this? What is happening to his face?
And that hair.
He braided his V thing that his double
Oh
mohawk.
no!
Did he
But
bleach his
the
facial
dye
hair?
job, like the bleach job, makes him look older than me.
The white outfit
Hold on,
where
I
his
gotta make my.
brother-
And I got some grays going on, but
It's
like,
kind of like a yin and yang
damn,
type thing.
homie.
Angel and devil.
That shit looks crazy, but not in a good way.
Demonic.
As, big. Look at that, the tornado.
Yeah, it does look like he bleached his facial hair.
Stop.
he did.
Looking crazy.
Amazing Ray Phoenix now taken out.
He did stripes in his hair too. It's like he's. I hate that.
Well, he's
whole- I know
always
it's
had the
trended.
stripes in his hair. He's always
I know
had
it's
that.
trended, and I know a few wrestlers did it, but like when you dye your hair silvery gray and you don't have gray hair, I get pissed because like I could have gray hair, but I don't want it. And meanwhile, you're paying to get it. I'm like, you can have mine.
I'm gonna eat them all.
Oh my god.
Commercial.
That was
Damn
a
it.
thin mint That was a thin mint flurry.
That sounded fucking great right now.
Oh.
That does
If
sound good right
only,
now.
if only I had a car. Dairy Queen is right down the street, y'all.
They tore down the Dairy Queen by my house.
I mean, I have to
still
go out
got
of my way
one.
for it, but not
I
that
got
far.
one. How ghetto does this sound? There is a Dairy Queen next to a gas station and a horse track.
That's
My
that's
Dairy
how
Queen
that,
is across the street from my gym.
Wow, that is not fair. You go get a good workout on, like you're feeling all pumped and like
And
I'm
then I go get a
accomplished,
Blizzard.
and then you stare at a Dairy
And
Queen.
there's a Wingstop next to it.
Oh my
Listen,
god,
the
those
gym
people need to be tried for war crimes.
when I was going to the gym on a regular basis and I walked out the front door, in front of me I had a Pollo Tropical, I had a Japanese steakhouse, I had a taco shack, and then there was a Pizza Hut.
Okay, I'll
In the
admit,
plaza.
I have not been
That's
to
how
a
it is for
gym.
me. There's the Wingstop, the Dairy Queen. There's some like chicken place. There's an Olive Garden, Qdoba, some other thing, a pizza place, and a
No,
fucking
this was-
Longhorn Steakhouse.
Oh, I
I'm
love
like, so my
Longhorn
only
Steakhouse.
healthy option here
I love
is
that
the
shit.
Longhorn Steakhouse because I
Which
can
is
get
delicious.
a steak and some veggies and be like, it's the protein I'm here for. Okay.
We need to get sponsored by Longhorn Steakhouse because that place is the
Fuck
shit.
yes.
Shout
Oh
out
my
to them.
god.
When I was going to the gym, because it's been a while, but when I was going to the gym, like I go in, do my workouts, whatever, come out, and then right across the parking lot, like spitting distance, KFC, Taco Bell.
The combo,
That's what's
Mhm.
up.
the combo
what's up.
store.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at
I
a
swear.
KFC. I'm at a Taco Bell.
And here's the thing: is like I grew up right down the street from a KFC and a Taco Bell combination.
My Taco
Bruce,
Bell is a KFC
ask
Taco Bell combo.
Vito. He knows all about this shit. We used to go there 3-4 times a week, especially when we were smoking weed. And the shit was delicious. Like you could mix and match, like tacos and chicken. Oh fuck yeah, So I walk out and there it is, and I've been sweating and burning calories and shit, so I'm hungry already, and I'm like, dear Lord, give me the strength. I can't. I'm going. Fuck it. Yeah, give me a 2-piece and a quesarito. Thank you.
I will say I was pretty fortunate because right across the other side of US 1 was a tropical smoothie, which is like a health
Yeah, I
store.
know.
Mhm.
My wife
So,
loves it. I hate it.
Yeah. I go in and
Hi,
get
we
a
put
muscle
yogurt
blast
in
and
everything.
and a Thai chicken wrap and be like, yeah.
There you go. Take yourself out.
You got lucky. I did not get lucky. All I got was high cholesterol from going to the gym because I would be in KFC and Taco Bell immediately following.
So
If I go to the gym closest to my house, there's a South Block, which is a smoothie place.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not too bad.
That one's not so bad, but the one with Dairy Queen and all that's fucking blasphemous. They are just trying to keep them gym. They probably get a cut of the gym memberships. I'm not going. I'll bet you the KFC and Taco Bell did too. Like they walk over, just hand some money to the manager. There you go.
son of a bitch.
All right, let's get back to this trio.
So is the Andrade family office still together, or like are they just teaming together? Like, is that still a thing?
I think it's
thought it
still a
was.
thing. I haven't seen El Idolo since he beat Darby.
Did he beat Darby, or did Darby beat him? I think Darby beat him in the coffin match.
I'm pretty sure he beat Darby in the original match. He beat Darby. Then they had a coffin match, and Darby won that. I forgot about the coffin match as I explained my head a little. But he beat Darby the first time, then Darby beat him in the coffin match. Shocker.
Like all I know is Tony needs to hurry up and open up friggin' ROH
Oh yeah.
so they can spread their talent around and
Sends Phoenix into the knee of Blade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm amazed he's not doing right now, considering the circumstances? Bringing the trios titles from ROH here.
he already has AEW trios titles. He's had them for a year or so, and he has
Even if
other
he don't.
titles.
Even if he doesn't. He bought ROH, they have trios titles, they're just sitting somewhere in a storage locker right now. Just break them out and be like, okay, we're going to have a tournament. Winner is the trios champs, and they defend on whenever ROH comes back, both promotions.
Yeah, that's what I said that a while ago, but no,
Yeah, you have been
actually,
saying that.
he did an
We've all been
interview.
saying
Tony had an interview where he said, "Yes, we have trios titles. I just haven't introduced them yet. I have them in my office, along with
That's the thing.
other singles titles as well."
That's
And
the thing,
other
though. Tony be
titles.
saying a lot of shit. Sometimes it's a little too much, and maybe the title thing is a little too much. I'm not wrong though, am I?
Funny how you said it though. Tony be saying a lot of shit though.
It's like, Tony, shut up!
Tony be saying a lot of shit.
Phoenix has got to get his brother.
You don't want to say you got these titles because people are gonna be like, where they at?
The tag is made.
Your roster is 5 times the size of what it was a couple years ago. Where they at? You got like 19 trio factions. Where are the trios titles?
Now that you say that, stop and think about how amazingly stacked that division actually is, because they've been building that division since day one.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry, I was distracted by that. I was distracted by that like Okada roll and then DDT combo from the Breaker of Bones. That was some sick shit. My man is technical on top of brutal.
One of the premier.
But no, you're right. That division has been stacked for a while.
Yeah.
Bring the titles.
He's going to hit that snap German right there.
Deadlift, snap German, but
Feet on the ropes, tiptoes. Hanging 10
Pac
on
is
those ropes.
fucking unbelievable.
Kind of take a step forward
Pac's
for that
amazing.
German. We know
Oh,
when
yeah.
you back arch, your opponent's legs are going to fold over. I think Pac got locked up in the
I
excitement.
hate. I don't know if I'm overstepping by saying this, but I feel like Pac could be to AEW what Seth Rollins is to WWE. Like he could be the gift that AEW doesn't deserve if they let him.
I kind of disagree, only because I don't see Pat changing his persona and his gimmicks and being as charismatic as Seth Rollins. I don't think he can be as charismatic as
I
Seth.
don't know, but I think he could be, but I don't know if he'd have to change the gimmick much. Just turn it up a bit. Like when he first came in, he was cutting some cool promos and vignettes and having some great singles matches.
Well,
He could have been
he
like the
had
Seth
beef-
Rollins of this promotion.
Oh, we had COVID, and then we had
Oh,
friggin' visa
Black
issues.
Arrow.
Had all kinds
Oh,
of
I miss
problems.
that move. That's one of the most beautiful moves off the top rope in wrestling history. I'm sorry. You can at me all you want. I don't care.
Off topic, I can't look at Baron Corbin without hearing fucking Tom Blanco. Old ass. Old ass.
Bald ass, old ass, miserable ass Corbin. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Lights went out.
Yes!
You know what's coming.
Oh my God, I want to give
And you know
Vinny
why?
Julia a heart.
And you know why? Because the house always wins.
I love the evolution of his
And
face.
Malachi Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Balling,
Yeah.
death triangle.
Yeah, they're making
Also, I
it
love
clear.
that
love
Brody
that.
King worked on RuPaul's Drag Race for like 5 years.
Who did?
Brody
Brody
King.
King?
Brody King.
Yeah,
Really?
he used to do like set work.
Wow, mind
no
games
shit.
once again.
They're
from the
gone.
House of Black.
On top of
What's
that,
still
I
to come here
love
on
that the House of
Rampage, our
Black
main
made
event,
Penta go back to
Scorpio
being
Sky,
dark.
Frankie Kazarian for the TNT Championship.
The way he belongs.
Oh, yeah.
Take a look at this.
The man, the legend.
Oh my God.
This is
I can't believe they're doing this.
to the breaking point.
Now.
The new Top
Like
Gun?
now
They
we're
could-
going to do a Top Gun sequel. What
they
the first
couldn't have
movie
done it
come
like
out in?
2 or
84?
80s. Yeah, I think it was 84.
I gotta get my-
It came out when I was a little kid.
Was
I
it
remember
84
that
or
much.
87?
It was somewhere around there. I was single digits. I know that much. I didn't go and watch it in theaters, but I got to watch it, and I was like, okay, that movie was cool. Maybe they'll make another one. And now 2022. Like,
86
that
is when it
movie-
came out.
86. Okay. That movie is older than my wife.
It came out almost a full month after I was born.
What the fuck?
That movie is older than
Eat a
grandma.
dick.
Almost as old as grandma. And older than my wife.
Oh shit!
She was born in 87.
I hate myself.
What the
actually
fuck,
saying
y'all?
that out loud.
Oh, Darth Vader. Oh. Sorry, I got distracted.
I kind of can't wait to watch that new Obi-Wan show.
Oh my god!
Me
Right?
too.
I'm excited about that.
Oh,
I
saw
haven't
the
watched
trailer.
Boba Fett yet.
It was good.
It was interesting.
I heard mixed
People are
reviews.
people are
Yeah.
complaining like, oh, it's just an extension of the Mandalorian, and it kind of is, but they add so much more to it. Like they show you all kinds of stuff that you might like. They show you the aftermath of Return of the Jedi.
Yes, which
one,
was really cool.
which was fucking awesome.
And I
And-
greatly appreciate that there was an explanation as to like how Boba is still around.
Yeah, because when he showed
in the
up
very
in the
first
Mandalorian,
episode when it showed him how he got out.
yeah, but that's when he showed up in the Mandalorian, you were like, how the fuck did this dude get here? So when they go back, yeah, they show you how he got there, and then they bring the Mandalorian in. They bring some of the other characters from that series in, of course, and everything else. But there is so much epicness throughout, especially the finale. Oh my god, I can't even tell you, because you got to see it. You will see some shit that you have never seen before. So it's not the greatest show in the world, but it's not the worst either. It's definitely fun to watch.
Low-key, part of me had been hoping that they would play that song. Do you guys remember who was it? I think it was like MC Chris. It was like what's it? Boba the Fett. I bounded her for Jabba to finance my.
Oh God, yes.
I low-key had hoped at least like the last episode during the credits would have been awesome.
I gotta tell you that theme song to the Book of Boba. That's my alarm clock in the morning.
Nice.
Like, I wake up to dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my god! Why am I so sleepy all of a sudden?
No lie.
It's hard.
That's fun though. We get to talk about wrestling. We get to talk about other shit. It's almost like a drunk upon the top rope.
Right?
We haven't done this in forever. I'm enjoying the shit out of this. Although what I really want to see is Multiverse of Madness, but I ain't
Such
had
a
chance
good
to get out.
movie.
I
If you go into it like with brain dead expectations, it's good. If you go into it like with cerebral, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that.
I try not to. I mean, you know,
I'm going.
If you want an
with...
intellectual film on multiverse, go watch Everything Everywhere All at Once. Such a great film.
I'm actually going in with Spider-Man like implications because I watched No Way Home.
Lower that a little bit.
How?
Just a notch. Just a notch.
How?
What, the third one?
Yeah, to be fair, I went with Jose. I went with Jose. To be fair, I went with Jose, and he essentially ripped it apart because he is such a comic book nerd.
Oh yeah. That's not a good act. That's like when I go with my brother, he does the same fucking thing. And I was a comic book head too, but at the same time, I'm looking at him like, shut the fuck up.
I appreciate the two perspectives. When
we know the story. They're not going by that. They're doing their own thing. Let's see where they go, and it's still good.
Jose got so mad that they changed America Chavez from a Puerto Rican to a Mexican. He was like, so according to Disney, if you're not Mexican and you're not South American, you don't count. Okay, cool.
You know, from the very first Spider-Man movie that came out with Tom Holland, from that very first one, Homecoming, my brother has never shut up about the fact that Zendaya plays Mary Jane or MJ. I'm like, why? Well, she looks nothing like her. I'm like, it's a whole other universe, bro.
That's what people don't understand. But
see, he's not into all that Spider-Verse stuff either. Like, I watched the animated movie, the Spider-Verse movie, and I fucking loved it. He walked out in disgust. So that's where he's at. But like, I know it's another universe because I know there's a Spider-Verse with all these different ones, but he don't. And that's why I loved the last one when they started, well, to a point, like they brought back Tobey Maguire and I was like, oh, and then they brought back Andrew Garfield and I was like, Why?
No, dude, what are you talking about? Andrew Garfield is such an underrated version of Spider-Man.
is.
It's fucking
He's-
ridiculous.
I'm not saying he's not good. I'm
no,
saying
no.
the
I
no,
love
movies
your
themselves lack just a
expression.
little bit.
No, your expression said that he sucked. Your facial expression and no. Your facial
what I'm
expression
saying-
and your
No,
words
listen,
said
listen.
he
Hold
sucked.
up.
Oh,
Hold
Andrew
up.
Garfield.
Hold up.
Ooh.
Listen, Linda. I'm not
No.
saying he sucks.
You
I'm
did.
saying
Me,
in
Linda.
comparison, Tobey Maguire is
Tobey
far
Maguire was
superior.
the worst Spider-Man out of the three.
He was the
Shit,
funniest.
he was the OG.
Tobey Maguire.
Unintentionally funny, and that's what made
He
it
paved the way.
so great because he was so bad, he was good.
Thank
and it was,
you.
Like, ridiculous and funny in the most unintentional ways, and that's what made him so great. Garfield was underrated and very subtle with, well, not subtle, but there were certain things he did, like how he emoted was fantastic. And Tom
But,
Holland,
yeah.
in my opinion, the best Spider-Man.
Yes.
He is.
Tom's still the best. Don't get me wrong. But
Oh
the
my God,
reason I
yes.
had such a reaction to Toby was because he was like the OG that paved the way for all of these movies. And the reason I had the reaction for Andrew was because he came in after Toby. Okay, so it was like, oh shit, what? If they would have done it the other way around, it would have felt like a build, like wrestling. We're getting back to that in a second. So like it would have felt like a build, but instead it felt like we were declining. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Andrew was bad. The movies might have been, but Andrew was okay. But when they went with Toby first, it just felt like a letdown after. They should have gone Andrew first and then Toby. That's just I'm not complaining. I'm critiquing. That's just my little change. That would have made it a little better. But the movie was fucking amazing.
No, because honestly, they shouldn't even be compared because you've got Spider-Man, then you've got the Amazing Spider-Man, which is a whole different spectrum and different storyline. They shouldn't even be compared.
I'm just talking about if we're looking at films, I will always have that love for Toby because Toby came first. And there would not be any more films had he not taken it and ran with it, especially back then, man. Marvel movies were shit.
Just because you were the first doesn't mean you were great at it.
So,
just saying.
But sometimes it does. Sometimes it does.
Circling back to wrestling, if MJF goes to WWE, we will lose the only family that stays in kayfabe with their son.
Oh, 1,000%.
These will be no longer seen. How can we lose this gold?
See, that's exactly what I was talking about. I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm saying I don't want him to because we would lose so much. Difference, people. Difference.
All right. Back to the show.
Back to Rampage, okay?
Finally. We had our Spider-Man breakdown and, me prove Dom wrong about who's better.
We'll figure out some way to use this shit. Oh, God. How can we wait on the chairman?
Fuck yeah. I've always been a Sean Spears fan. Always. Even before he was aligned with MJF.
I don't know. Right now I see him as the MJF Virgil.
Stop.
Yeah, more or less. You're not wrong, Grandma. You're not wrong.
Just saying.
Stop.
Just saying.
Stop.
It's true, though.
Stop.
It was one thing when they were in the Pinnacle together, and then as the Pinnacle separated, all of a sudden, Spears dropped down some levels, and now dresses like a male stripper holding a matching steel chair every week.
I don't even get that.
It's not the same. He's got the fucking coat with no shirt underneath and all the oil on him. I'm just waiting for him to start ripping his shit off and get tits in the crowd.
I really wish they'd push Bear Country as a tag team.
Me too. They're a great fucking tag team. But that's how stacked the tag division is. Is like they got teams they don't have shit for.
But do you think Wardlow has what it takes to get through that, to get his hands on MJF?
Absolutely. You've seen the development of Wardlow.
The dirt sheets are reporting that Tony's buying Impact as well.
He invented the powerbomb sympathy.
I'll believe that when I see it. Thank you, Slice Bread number 2 Wrestling.
No, actually, it wasn't even them.
That's my prediction.
Sean Ross Sapp. No,
No.
because he's another one.
I can't remember who it was, but yeah, they're reporting that Tony wants to buy Impact.
I'm sure he wants to. I'm not sure that he will.
Disappearance of former NBA star Brian Williams, part of TNT's new documentary series, Rich and Shameless, premieres after the NBA Western Conference.
I do. I love Bear Country. I really do. As soon as I started, I saw him in the Indies. And once they started getting on dark, I was like, y'all need to sign these guys. You need to push these guys. And they did have. They signed him.
Hard haymakers right to the
We're halfway there.
head of Bear Boulder. He's got a head like a boulder with hair on it.
MJF was so over with that Long Island crowd that they were actually happy to do the whole 10 thing.
Oh my god, yes. I was like, you fucking lemon.
But again, see, that was sorry, Brucey, that's the one drawback. Here we go again with all the stipulations, and they're all the same stipulation. I'm gonna whip you, and you're gonna get in a cage, and
Yeah. No, I agree.
man can cut a promo. He's a great wrestler, but god damn it, can we come up with a new fucking story?
Come on, I feuded with this man for
They just need to let him friggin' wrestle.
Spears the thumb in the eyes of Bear Boulder.
That we agree on.
the strength right here. That is definitely power.
Death
brother.
Valley
Oh,
Driver,
Sean
game,
Spears.
set, match, it's over.
C4, remember?
Look at this. 340 pounds of Bear Boulder. The C4 delivered.
C4,
And the
yeah.
3 count. Wow.
Same thing.
C4 equals 1, 2, 3. I gotta say, I know I'm talking a lot about music tonight. Sean Spears' music is doper than he is.
No way.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Talk about the gym. I listen to that shit when I work out. Like that's on my playlist.
Dude,
like that, the
he-
Rocky theme,
He
the
gets-
Creed
he
theme.
gets to go home to Cassie Lee, so just stop. Anything the man does is amazing.
Inside the solid steel cage.
I mean, yeah, he was pretty awesome.
I got a hot wife. That doesn't make me amazing, bruh. That just makes me a psycho.
He is a pretty amazing manservant for MJF.
Right now, our colleague Lexi Nair standing
Here's the thing though, is when he first came in, everyone was like, he was the chairman, he hit Cody, had that amazing match, and then they were like, oh, he's washed up, he's nothing. Look, he's still there.
No,
he's
you know-
making something.
I'm a lawyer.
Honestly,
I'm
at
not
that
even
point,
a
he was
wrestler.
cool.
I'm
It
just
was
here
Tully
to cross the
and the
T's
glove.
dot the I's. I don't even
That's
have
when it
tights.
went
This is
awry.
not happening.
Well, management has said if you put your hands on another wrestler.
Put my hands on another. Wardlow hands on me.
That's
put me
another
right through a
problem. We have
table.
way too much smart
This is-
mark
sorry,
on
Tony, it's
Dynamite.
not
Like that whole big block.
He's actually a wrestler,
Because I
isn't he?
I know he is.
According to
Oh,
him,
good.
no, he's
Doing-
not.
time.
Huh?
And then
According
Hook
to him, no, he's not. He's just
wants
here
to
to
come
cross
and
the
try to
T's and
ruin
dot the
our
I
I's.
know what he
celebration.
says, but he
Literally
used to
what
be
he
a
just said
wrestler.
right
during
now.
my homecoming.
It's like Adam Pearce used to wrestle.
Mark,
He,
this is
he,
fine
he
because
seemed-
I am a premier athlete.
It was just they
So-
went from the
Beat the two
contract
of them
signing to Tony
by
Nese and all that
myself.
shit, and I was like, this is
As
too
a matter
much
of
smart
fact,
mark at once.
when we get
Next
to
thing you know,
Vegas,
Jade's gonna come down. He's just gonna
you
stay
put
out there, and I'm
10K
gonna
on
lose
us.
my fucking mind.
So you want to know how fucked up these dirt sheets
is
are and how much they don't pay attention?
How fucked up is fucked
I
up.
guess.
Malcolm cut that video saying he's taking
Oh, I
a
love
break
it.
from wrestling,
yeah.
and he
Yeah.
doesn't know when he's coming back, if he comes back.
If,
Oh yeah, we
Guess
watched
what
it
I
together.
guess what I saw on the dirt sheet today.
Oh,
Malcolm Bivens is going to AEW. Did you not,
Literally just
Of
said he's
course.
taking a break. He
did
doesn't.
you not just hear the? Did you not see this video? Did you not see the video, motherfucker? I'm done
Here's
with
the
wrestling for right
By the
now.
way, here's the answer to that age-old question. Why does everybody think when somebody leaves they're gonna go to AEW? Because every dirt sheet says so.
Every single one.
There's your fucking answer.
That's all right. The tweet by Kenny Omega when he was saying that you'd be surprised about the match between him and Roman.
Oh yeah,
That-
because
that-
somebody
that
tweeted
you-
out like, oh, he couldn't.
Well, that was another
he
dirt
couldn't
sheet
go-
thing.
He couldn't go with
No,
Kenny.
that was
Kenny's like,
Twitter.
I don't know, man.
It led to dirt sheet. Here's the tweet.
Yeah,
I got the tweet right here. It says some fan said Roman couldn't last 5 minutes in the ring with Omega.
That's what it was.
Kenny comes back in true Kenny
The
fashion.
dirt sheet thing that I saw
Yeah.
was that Tony Khan wants to sign Roman Reigns, and he's going to give him twice as much as WWE is giving. So like Roman makes like
not
five,
what I
according to
saw.
the sheet, Roman makes like 5 million a year. Tony will give him 10.
And then Kenny
Bullshit.
comes back after that tweet, says
information.
I'm
about
sure
the
he
mission,
could.
the
He's their
message,
top
the
guy
Owen
for a
Hart
reason
Foundation
and
visits
works hard to be that guy. I think the match would
Exactly.
surprise a
And I mean,
lot
not
of
only
people.
is it meaningful for
But
the Hart family just to see
2 days
how,
later,
how alive Owen's memory is in all these competitors. It's also so meaningful for these competitors who are all
who
inspired.
is it?
by
Your
Owen
tweet
Hart
was
and his
quoted.
journey.
What
I
does
mean,
it say?
not just in the United States
Oh,
and Canada, but
Kenny's now
even in
going to
Japan, as well as in
WWE.
junior heavyweight and New Japan program.
Huge success.
Because
Sure.
I saw that. That was
he
like,
tweeted
Sure,
something
Jan.
about Roman.
From the wrestlers here in AEW to be a part
Sure,
of this
Jan.
was through the roof. You couldn't even get through the
I
door.
actually-
How
he actually-
dumb
guys
is
and
all?
girls
Like,
that wanted to be involved in this.
that's
But here we
not
go.
happening.
Kenny actually
if you
replied
will,
to it.
exchanges some
This
technical wrestling
clickbait
along.
BS happens
Nice
way
quick
too
flip right
often.
there by
Where
Soho.
did I
Really
say
does. Really
WWE?
fucking does.
He said
For
Seriously,
everything.
when did it come out my mouth? Never.
Find one example, please.
And
I
on
was in
Wednesday,
fact
July
referencing
27th,
other
making our
mixed
debut
matches
in
in
Worcester,
my own
Massachusetts at
promotion.
TCU
You know
Center.
the
Tickets
you know
go
the
on
one
sale
where I
next
work
Friday, May 20th.
where I
Yes,
work and should
AEW
focus my
The one
efforts
where I'm
on.
an EVP, you know.
At the Fertitta Center. Tickets on sale right
Just
now.
because Cody left doesn't mean I want to, okay?
Yeah.
Matrix Bridge.
By the way, I gotta ask Grandma Wendy a question because we were both bopping when she came out. Do you get more excited for Ruby Soho or to hear Rancid?
Both.
Mostly Rancid.
Yeah, me too. I love Rancid. Love him.
I mean, I'm never gonna say like Ruby's a bad wrestler because she's not. She's talented.
No,
I'm
no.
just not a fan. I'm
No,
not thrilled
it's
by
nothing.
her.
I don't even have anything against Ruby Soho. It's just
No, not at all. Nothing against, but nothing for. I'm just like,
I was-
well, Ruby's here.
I was turned on to punk music by my niece Tori. I gotta give her a shout out, and her and I absolutely adore Rancid. Like we could sit around, have drinks, and listen to Rancid all fucking night. I was always like a hip hop and rock guy, and she was like, "Oh, you don't know what you're missing. Oh my God, Rancid and fucking Danzig and fucking all the this, that, the other." Okay, put it on. I don't give a fuck.
Let's see which one of these ladies here advances.
Misfits. That's
It's a
what
toss-up
I was
of
brain
five.
farting
Oh,
on
the
Misfits.
Misfits, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Elbow there by Ruby
That's a
Soho.
Like huge Misfits face. She has a Misfits tattoo on her arm. And
Oh, nice.
yeah, I love my homegirl, but
I'm a more Irish punk
Yeah,
music
that's a good way to
like
break your
Dropkick
nose. You hit that
Murphys.
buckle like
Yes.
that.
I was gonna
Dropkick.
say like Dropkick. Yeah, they're not bad either, but yeah, like her and I really grooved out and had fun with Rancid like every fucking album.
I listen to more Riot Girl, like Bikini Kill and Free Skinny. Of course, I fucking would.
She might have tweaked the knee a
Well,
bit.
yeah, that
Grab it. She
tracks.
don't want Rio probably to see that's bothering her.
But that's why I get more excited for Rancid than Ruby. It has nothing to do with her. She's a tremendous competitor. I'm glad she's getting more work here than she ever was anywhere else.
Oh God, yeah, no, 1,000%.
When that happened,
But like I said,
no
like
future
she's
was blocked.
a good wrestler. I'll never take that away
Oh
from her.
no.
I'm just not excited by her.
That knee joint. It's like a boy.
I swear to Christ, if that freaking teeny tiny little midget wins this match, I'm going to fucking
Did you see her come out last week in like all maybe not, but she came out in like
Yeah.
all black. Like she was trying to be evil and she was gonna join Alistair and Brody and them. And it was just like, no, honey, you can't pull this off. And I'm sure somebody said it when she came back, so she's now in the white and pink, pirate costume again. But
What if they do turn Riho heel? Would it translate?
is she
No, it's gonna be
already-
like an angry toddler
According
throwing
to-
tantrums.
yeah. According to Wendy, she's kind of.
But that would be
already a heel,
perfect, though. Don't you think that would make a good heel for her?
I don't
An
know.
angry child.
And
But
yeah,
just
we've
think
both
about
seen
it.
some angry children in our days.
just
and
just
you
stop
don't really
and
wanna see that
actually
too
think
much.
about it, though. What do heels do a lot of during matches? They
That's a
cry.
fair point. They throw temper tantrums.
Thank
Would
you.
you come
Even
out-
MJF does.
I was gonna ask if she would come out in a diaper, but she already does.
She kind of does though,
I wasn't going to talk about that.
Diaper with a tutu.
right?
I wasn't going to talk about that.
I will. I don't give a shit.
I was kind of hoping that the old.
Oh,
I was kind of
okay.
hoping the Genie Girl beat her. I really was.
Do you guys think that Thunder Rosa's title is actually in jeopardy at Double or Nothing? Granted, the fact that she's
Against
going
Dean?
into the match against the same woman that took the NWA title from her.
I was gonna say against Deeb, who has been on a hot streak and took a title from her already. Yes. Just
But
Deeb
it's like,
alone is a threat to anybody.
This match is almost like a lose-lose because whose momentum are you gonna kill?
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's true. That's true.
Exactly. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be a great match. It was for the NWA Women's title, but at the same point, somebody's going to lose, and you're going to have to rebuild someone because all their momentum is going to die right there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
honestly,
maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I think
unless we end up with a back and forth thing, which we really haven't had much of in AEW. Like, Deeb takes the title, Thunder Rosa takes it back. Like next, 3 months later, and
we
then
just had that.
We did.
Sammy and Sky.
Well, with the TNT, but I'm talking about with an actual like world, because this is a world, the women's world title. Like this is the main belt, and usually whether it's men's or women's, there are long runs for every champion. Like go back to the women's. She'd have had the longest run, and then Britt took it, and Britt beat that. So now, if you went back and forth, it would break things up a little bit, shake things up a little bit.
That would be interesting to have back and forth.
And it would help because like neither one of them would really lose momentum. They would just kind of, you'd probably have to get to a rubber match or something like that. But by that point, you feel like you've had so many great matches and title changes that who gives a fuck now? Like they're both hot. Again, think like John Cena and Randy Orton back in the day, or Edge. Like they traded title runs, but neither one of those guys lost their momentum.
No, because she's still under contract. I was just thinking, what if we got a Deonna Purrazzo run in?
Oh, that would be interesting.
And got a disqualification and no title change in hand. And then you get Purrazzo versus Deeb for number 1. And then you get the winner of that takes on Thunder Rosa.
Whether she signs or not, I would love to see more Deonna Purrazzo in AEW.
I'm not a fan of hers, but
I would love, because like she is in real life one of Britt Baker's best friends. I would love to see those two tag up. They're two of the top women in wrestling, not in WWE, and they're both pretty awesome here.
Wendy, I'm with you. I can't fucking stand Riho.
I'm with you.
I'm with you.
It's unanimous.
Thank you.
We all agree on something. I know that doesn't happen a lot, or as much as it should, but we all agree that like Riho is just annoying.
She's gonna get her. Is that it? Rio's got her.
Thank you, dear God in heaven.
Thank God Ruby kicked out. How do you even pull a crucifix bomb on somebody when you weigh 8 pounds? The momentum don't carry.
Ruby has to do much momentum for her.
One of my wife's butt cheeks weighs more than Rio, and I'm proud of that fact.
You guys,
my right thigh alone is thicker.
You've seen them.
Hey,
honestly.
You do realize that Riho is that 12-year-old girl that Kenny Omega had a match with, right?
Yes. Every time she comes up, somebody.
She never grew up. She's still the same size. She's Marco Stunt in the women's division.
Really?
Oh please! Oh please!
But you can
hit the music.
You can never change history. She was the very first AEW.
I'm not listening. Oh, fuck a Riho. Sorry.
We're gonna get Ruby versus Britt in the finale, or we're gonna get Tony versus Ruby. One of the two.
Yeah. I was thinking Tony versus Ruby, but okay.
She'd been completely taken out of the tournament. She was still in there on Wednesday.
A faction, if you will, and I know a little something about
God,
factions,
the Gun Club and the Acclaim got together?
one of the greatest factions.
Why
of
are
all
the
time.
ass boys hanging out with the scissor
Well,
kids?
listen, a couple things. I feel we need hand gestures. Some kind.
Father.
No.
Yes,
No.
Me and Colton thought of the
No.
How about
AEW.
gesture.
No,
And then-
Gotta raise
Tony.
our hands like this and point
No,
straight.
Tony. No,
Stop
Tony.
it.
No.
No.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
How about this?
That's great.
Here's the thing. I like the ass boys on their own, and I like the acclaimed on their own.
I don't
Together,
like the ass boys. I love the
Together's
acclaim.
lot.
Me and Colton thought of the perfect catchphrase. We
Together
got
is
two
just
words.
no.
Stop it. Stop
we
it.
got
Stop
two
it.
words.
Okay, that was
That will
funny.
never get
We
over,
got two
okay?
words. Stop it.
No, yo, listen. Yo, listen. That's pretty good.
Listen.
Listen. I hate when people do that to me.
I just
Listen, Linda.
I don't.
I use some of my influence and pull around here because
Why?
well, I have a lot of it,
I don't know.
and I've got you guys a match.
I really don't know, dude.
Because here's the thing. The acclaimed have been over
This
since
Monday,
they got there.
elevation.
So this is this their way to make
Are they trying to give,
get
like,
the
the ass
boys
boy-
over?
I was
Because
just about to
Danhausen
say.
already did.
I was just about to say, and then I think it feels dirty, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Are they trying to give the ass boys the rub?
Excalibur, let's bring in right now the TBS champion.
Okay,
and
Wendy.
the
rub.
match. Here's Jade Cargill.
The rub.
Oh, here comes that bitch. I love this woman.
I hate Red Velvet. Kira Hogan's amazing, and she
No.
needs to be on her own.
But Jade, hallelujah. 3 words: death by snoo snoo.
Yes, but she's still.
Look at her looking like a sexy
Green.
She-Hulk. God damn.
Looks like the Powerpuff Girls. Did you see the Betty Housen
Who,
picture that
Jade?
Dan Housen posted?
No.
Oh my god.
And it said on there, Betty Housen.
The baddies and Danhausen. Holy shit.
Betty Housen.
Batty Housen.
Batty Housen. At least we know there'll never be any ass Housens.
He's an idiot, I agree. Can't stand him.
I just want to say Matt Cardona is probably one of the best NWA World Heavyweight Champions ever.
Compete in a quarterfinal round matchup in the Owen Hart Foundation
Maybe.
Women's Tournament with her initial opponent Hikaru Shida.
I'm kind of putting Nick Aldis there too. I'm just saying.
And so Tony Schiavone in the ring with Jade Cargill, Kiera Hogan, and Red Velvet. With more on this situation. All right, here with Jade Cargill and the Baddies and Mark Sterling.
First and foremost, Tony, cut the shit.
Exactly.
Cameraman, do your job. Get my baddies. Fine.
I'm not
Okay.
a fan.
Unfortunately, though, tonight I cannot.
She's like the female
A little
Godfather.
announcement we need to make. Hikaru
I love it.
Shida
I love it.
Was injured in the
I fucking love it.
street fight against Serena
I'm Italian. Of
My-
course I love the female Godfather.
No,
What are you
no,
gonna-
to go up
no,
against
no,
Red
she's not
Velvet
like the
in
female
the
Godfather.
quarterfinals
No,
next
let me put my
Friday
Law and
of
Order
the
on
Owen
pause for a
Hart
second. I'm going on a 7-minute
Tournament.
She's not, because she's not pimping
I
them
don't
out.
think that's bad
She's
news
not
at all.
selling them. She's
I think that's
empowering
great
and
news.
promoting.
I thought he meant Godfather like
What
the
happened
movie.
to you?
You know, like
No.
she was the
It took me a
Don,
second.
and
It took me a
then she
second.
had her.
Nobody cares, Mark.
You know, she's got her
Anyway,
consigliere, and then
fill
she's
these
got
people
like
in
her
on
family,
our
and then her underlings. You
Well,
know,
it's my professional opinion.
that's what I thought of.
because
Not like
Shida
Ho
can't
Train
make the
Godfather.
match,
No.
Red Velvet wins by forfeit and moves on.
I'm gonna go back to Sexy She-Hulk then, because that was not what I was thinking.
really hope that doesn't happen.
I hate to be the
Why do they
bearer of
keep
news,
pushing
that
this
unfortunately is
bitch?
not the case.
She's
I've
not
been told
that
by
good.
Our matchmaker Tony Khan
really ain't.
that he has a replacement for Shida in the quarterfinals of the tournament, and your opponent next Friday will be
Kiera Hogan.
one of your longtime friends.
Oh, Chris
Oh.
Statlander.
I had no idea they changed your music, y'all.
She's not an alien anymore.
Well, she's got the eye stuff.
She looks like a muscular version of Kesha.
She ditched the booping and she commenced to whooping, and I like it.
She went goth.
really did.
Or as it was put in our Facebook group, she went all Sith.
Yeah, she went to the dark side. They had cookies.
3 teams on the brink of elimination. Oh my goodness, their backs are against the
So
wall.
I've been watching some BTE here and there, and I can't help but laugh at Chuck Taylor because they keep showing him with the best friend shirts with Wheeler Yuta on it, and it's got the sleeves cut off, and he cuts the face of Wheeler Yuta out of the best friends. So it's just
That's
him,
just jealousy.
Trent, and Cassidy.
Hey, hold on. Let me just ask a question, Trent. How many titles you held in the last couple of years? Okay, I'm done.
And
Wheeler Yuta already got one. He's bigger than you already.
Yeah.
Sorry, no potatoes in the Blackpool Combat Club. You gotta go.
the only
No, I
potatoes are
just-
loud are the ones we eat. But
Yeah. But you know, like Jesus, like maybe vodka counts if we're no, because Moxley's sober. Never mind, I take that back. But like Jesus, you know, I love Best Friends, but they were just adding too many fucking people to that.
everybody was
Like
a
here's
best friend.
Statlander, Yuta, and all this other shit. I'm like,
It was perfect with the Best Friends and Orange Cassidy. That was
two
it.
people.
Mm-hmm.
Two people. That's all you need.
No,
Go back
they
to
made a
ROH.
trio. They
Two
made
people.
a trio.
Yeah, but Orange Cassidy was never really one. Like he did, you know, he was.
What are you
always just-
talking about? When he started out, he's been with them since he got to AEW.
I know, but I'm talking about. Look at them, and you see like Chuck and Trent, and they're kind of dressed the same. And there's Cassidy with his sunglasses and his fucking acid wash shit and all that
That's
other
the whole
stuff.
point.
Like, stuck out like a sore thumb. Like that's an easy where's Waldo. There he is.
That's the whole point.
It's two people. And when they add Rocky Romero, it's like, no, drop that, go back to Roppongi Vice. I am much happier with Roppongi Vice. That theme song slaps, and they're a dope team. Go back to that. I still remember we were watching a Rampage, and they were supposed to have Roppongi Vice, and I think it was Rocky got COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And Wendy and Kathy were so excited for
Oh, I
it.
was,
And
yeah, and then I got very
it just
salty that he
didn't
wasn't
happen.
there.
And they were both like, Wendy was screaming about it, and then Kathy sitting next to me because we were viewing it like this, and she's screaming about it, and I'm getting it like in Dolby because I got my headphones on, and Kathy's coming through the microphone, Wendy's coming back at me. I'm like, oh my god!
We were hella hyped about Roppongi, man. Roppongi's fucking awesome.
But nobody's gonna have that reaction for Best Friends. Like, oh, Trent got COVID. Fuck, Best Friends isn't showing up tonight.
Well, if it was Trent, yeah, I'd be upsetty spaghetti because that
I
man
do love
carries
me
the
some
team on his
Trent.
back.
Trent's
Why do you
fucking
think he's so
amazing.
jacked? Because he's got to carry that whole team, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I was actually pissed when he came back and shaved his after he shaved his head. When he
Well,
came
Oh,
back,
yeah.
I was like, "You motherfucker!"
I hate that he doesn't wear the Bill Murray knee pad anymore. That makes me sad.
I mean, he even ditched the
Yeah.
bandana. That was like the world's strongest bandana.
That thing
It
hung
never
on.
came off. Ever. Nobody could even rip that off his head. Like, even as big, no offense, Wendy, even as big and buff as Wardlow was, he could not rip that headband off.
No, I'm not even mad because it's true.
It was like the sword in the stone. If you could rip the headband off, you could claim it and you could have all the power in the world. But otherwise,
Their fucking street fight with P&P will go down as one of the best street fights ever to
Honestly.
happen in professional wrestling.
Such a good
that's
match.
true. Oh, they're back with Sky and Kaz.
It's the main event.
AEW Tag Team Champions.
Wait for it.
Scorpio Sky, are you ready to defend
I
your
love Sky as
championship
TNT champ.
against your former partner?
What a stupid question. The champ is always ready.
I feel
The
like
question
Sky is
you
like
should be asking
about to leave
is
these
why
two
we
in
even
the
gave him a
dust.
title match in the
He
first
really
place.
needs to.
Why?
He's better than
Because I
that.
gave him my word.
See what I'm saying?
And the word of the TNT champion is going to mean something around here. Look, we've already been over this.
Ethan,
This match is happening.
I don't remember Mark asking either of you two a damn thing. Sky, we were winning titles long
Thank
before
you,
the
Kaz.
Yes Men of the Year were even part of AEW. And the last time I checked, tonight's title match was between Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky.
Are we gonna get an SCU reunion?
I would love that.
Okay,
Oh,
But also,
Listen,
I kind of have
when
expected
I said
Sky
I'm
to
gonna
say
put some
that a line
respect
from
back on the TNT
Scarface.
championship,
Everything
I
I got
meant
in
it,
this
and
world,
it
I'm a word in
starts
my balls that don't bust eyes
No,
out of
break
my
even.
others and for nobody.
Where'd you take the night off?
Sure.
Yep.
You two take the night off.
Get used to it.
He is gone.
Well,
Okay, that was
look like there's been enough time.
It's time for the main event.
They don't pay Mark Henry enough to say that. I'm gonna put that out there right now. I love it. I use it.
I remember when he was hired to be a commentator for this show, and then we find out how much he sucked.
He sucked. But he found his calling.
Well,
one line.
Five people on a table for an hour show.
Yeah, that was a little match. Even now with like Ricky and Taz and Excalibur and Jericho, it's like, all right, hold on. Y'all got like 15 minutes each. Get it out. It's just a little much. Joey Styles could do an hour by himself every week. They need 4 people at the table.
Why are they pushing
Joey Styles could do a whole pay-per-view by himself.
That Brandy fucking wannabe. Oh, I fucking hate her. I don't know who I hate more, her or fucking Nyla Rose.
It feels like
Red Velvet.
Oh yeah, fuck that dude.
Oh, Red Velvet on that one. Yeah. But
I'm the one boy. I got a wooden spoon.
Out of here.
But honestly, it feels like they're turning Sammy and Ty into the new Brandy and Cody. Like it's, yeah,
No,
you used to be
they're way
hot
worse.
shit. Now we boo the fuck out of you.
But here's the thing. They're doing it on purpose. Brandy and Cody weren't doing it on purpose.
No, not at all. No. I'm sure Brandy's dying to debut in WWE and get that pop.
Oh god.
That shit ain't happening.
Never know, man.
She just got a
I ain't heard a
TV
boo
deal.
for that motherfucker yet on Raw, and I've been watching.
She just got a TV deal for her shot to Brandy.
I know.
AEW World Tag Team Champions, but not only that.
But remember, they're allowing that third-party shit now, too.
20-year friendship.
Yeah, because
Oh,
all
look
their
at
fucking talent left.
What fucking title was Ty Conti holding?
They're the mixed tag team champs of AAA.
Oh, that's
what they
right.
are,
My
yeah.
bad. I forgot. My bad. Can we please go back to the other music? I'm just gonna pull it up on my Spotify and mute this and play the track.
What, what's wrong with this? I like it.
It's good, but the one he had before it, the hip hop, like the more hip hop version, the
Reach for the sky.
yeah, that one was better.
But
If I
this
played
is
it for you
actually
right now,
him.
you'd agree.
This is actually him.
No, I know the first one was actually him too. It was right after he got out of SCU, before he joined with the Men of the Year, and then they changed it. Wendy knows what I'm talking about. I put it in the discussion thread one night in the Facebook group. Okay, thank you, Excalibur. I already knew that because these guys told me, but you can reiterate it.
What? Oh, the mixed
They're the mixed tag
champions.
champs. He just brought it up. I'm like, well, Bruce and Wendy beat you to it, sir.
And both of these men, you know, would love to walk into Los Angeles, California in just a couple weeks as
Oh, that
TNT
chant sounds so amazing. I missed it.
It's still huge. It's still huge.
Southern California.
We will be
Just
making
one
our
more
debut
time.
at
One more
the
time. I just want to hear
Fabulous
this.
on Wednesday,
Is the worst town.
AEW's first trip.
I miss that.
I have ever.
And then in June, we'll be making another debut in Detroit, Michigan on Wednesday, June 29th at the Little Caesars Arena.
That being
Tickets
said,
for
though,
both
I'm
events on
happy
sale
for
right now
Scott.
at AEWTIX.com and Ticketmaster.com.
Like this dude, like toiled away for the longest time before a little bit ROH and AEW. So to see him like title runs and all this, it's like,
on Rampage with this
okay,
huge
dude,
main
you
event
deserve
of
it.
two former tag team partners, the first ever AEW champions, facing each other for this prestigious title.
Nice way for Scott to get out of that top wrist lock. Now he's got a 2-on-1 on that wrist, controlling the arm of Kazarian.
It was Wednesday, October 30th, 2019. Charleston, West Virginia. That was
Man, the
where
crowd is hot, and they've done
SCU
next to
defeated
nothing.
the Lucha Brothers to be crowned the first ever AEW World Tag Team Champions. Lateral press there by Kazarian. Nice explosion of speed, and Scorpio Sky
Like
taking a moment to
Kaz
reset
gets
the
one
pace.
count.
Who did they lose the
Oh,
titles to,
SCU lost the AEW World Tag Team Championship to Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega.
And where was it?
On the Jericho Cruise.
On the Jericho Cruise, one of the greatest matches we ever had.
cheap pop.
Jericho
I'm
Cruise.
promoting my
On the,
stuff. It's
right
a
here
plug.
at the Jericho Cruise.
Never heard you do that before.
There you go.
Waist lock. Reversed by
Oh,
Frankie
one of these
Kazarian.
days I'll get on
Sky
that
backs
goddamn
Kazarian
cruise. I
off,
swear to
leapfrog
God.
Up and over the
I
top.
like this.
Oh yeah. Sky
Yeah.
out breaks. Big hip toss.
A little short arm scissor action coming here, I think.
I'm gonna save up to buy one ticket, and then I'm gonna bring
This
2
is a
big
great
bags
display
with
of
Bruce and
technical
Wendy.
wrestling. These guys know each other so well. It's the perfect way to start.
Drag
this
them the
match.
fuck in.
That's all we need.
You're right, Chris. But Sky he's trying to block.
Isn't that a lot for? Isn't that a lot for a few days? I like to pack heavy.
Counter by Sky.
This is light. What are you talking about?
If there's anybody that knows what weaknesses Scorpio Sky has in his game,
Even Kathy's staying home. Like somebody's gonna watch the kid.
into the roll-up. Sky's been training with American top.
You can't drag Bruce and Wendy anyway.
Frankie Kazarian just doesn't know about it yet.
You may want
might
to
end up with a-
face with wheels for me because I'm dense.
I might end up with another with re-injuring that hernia, but I'm gonna try.
Both men butting heads center of the ring.
Whack each other's foreheads right there.
Yeah, that was a hard collision.
The old double noggin knocker.
And the hardest shots are the one you don't see coming.
Let's go back to the old Looney Tunes cartoon. Tweet, 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 tweet.
That's fashion. Oh, he's loaded with fashion. Ty Conti. These people are loved.
Absolutely. What are you talking about?
Those people are loved, and he laughs.
Scorpio Sky
I love you, Taz.
into the rope shot to the midsection of Frankie Kazarian. Russian leg sweep attempted.
Man is great at everything he did. And
I don't like how they squashed Danhausen the other night.
I don't either. I don't either. I get it. I get it. They're trying to make Tony Nese hot shit, but I don't either.
On the top of Frankie's foot to
They
prevent
could have
the
at
suplex
least
attempt, but
had a
instead,
match
Frankie just battering
or
down
given
Scorpio Sky.
Danhausen some offense.
And now Fisherman suplex
He had a
with the
great
Because
intro.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. A lot of fans of AEW consider him to be a joke. I mean, at least for
but he's
people that
not.
don't know who he is.
I know. I agree.
I thought he was a joke until I actually did my homework.
Yeah, I've seen some of his matches in ROH and elsewhere,
Yeah.
and dude can go, but
Just
not
like-
everybody
just
knows
like
that.
with Orange Cassidy and you.
No, I didn't know shit about Orange Cassidy until AEW,
Once
and
I started watching Cassidy's old matches, I was like, the kid can
yeah,
go.
exactly. Like Bruce was like, "Oh, you got to go back and watch his old stuff. Like he's fucking amazing," and I did, and he pretty much was, and I softened heavily after that. But there are not a lot of people that take the time to do that, and they just think that Danhausen is a joke, and all he does is curse people and step on chips and that type of shit. And yes, that's part of it, but he's actually a pretty decent wrestler. I'm like, Hook, you can't curse me. I'm already cursed, Brucey. You know how my life is going. I'm already fucking cursed, bro. If you hit me with another one, it might reverse it. So thank you. I don't know what to tell you, man.
What the fuck?
Same niece I listened to Rancid with used to tell me, Uncle Dom, we got cursed between the family's luck and this fucking nose. I'm like, you know what? You're fucking right. Oh man, but I would love to see SCU get back together. No lie.
That would be awesome. I'd love to see Daniels come down after this match is over.
That would be cool too. Yes, I would enjoy the living shit out of that. How much of this is left anyway? We got like
Not much. It's almost over.
Oh,
This
we
is
got
the
like
last
8
match.
minutes, and they're in picture. So I ain't listening to these commercials. Fuck that.
Why?
I already know about Allegra. I take Allegra. Okay, I got bad allergies.
I take Costco. Oh no, not Allegra. I take what's the green cap? Zyrtec.
Okay.
I do a Costco brand though because it's cheaper.
I do Walgreens brand, but it's Allegra.
Everyone in my house has allergies.
Oh man, like
I mean, I do, but
same
I
here.
don't. It's not.
Same here. No, I knew I did because
It's not bad.
Again, rest in peace, Mama. She took me to the doctor when I was little, and they did that allergy test where they put the grid on your arm
Oh,
and
I
put all
hate
the stuff,
that.
and then they poke you. And I mean, within minutes, my arm just went. So I knew I was fucked.
You just want to scratch, but you can't. Fuck,
I knew I was fucked when everything started bubbling up. I was waiting for the doctor to go, yeah, he's allergic to air, sunlight, and water. Like,
bro,
so I'm dead.
People that are allergic to water, I'm like, bro, it sucks to be you, my man.
How can you be allergic to water when you're like 77% water?
There's people that are legitimately allergic to water. That shit's fucking weird.
It happens.
It's rare.
Not often.
That's a rare one.
Mm-hmm.
No, I forget who it was. There was somebody in my neighborhood who was allergic to water. And I was like, how the fuck do you live? Like, what, do you just drink soda? Because that's got water in it too. Like, everything's got water in it. Like, do you just not drink fluids? Like, what do you do?
So you
I don't get
it. Speaking of allergies, so I've been doing my job for almost a year and a half now.
Yeah.
And in the first, say, 9 months to 10 months of me working there, I was not allergic to concrete. Now, all of a sudden, because I work with concrete all the time, I am allergic to concrete, and I break out in a rash when I get it on me, or I get concrete dust on me. Oh, my forearms right now. Like, when you see me on the show and you see like my arms moving like this is me itching from concrete that day.
Bro,
oh my God.
The same thing, well, not exact same, but a similar thing happened to me. I worked so many warehouse jobs that eventually I got allergic to cardboard because I was fucking with all the boxes.
Yeah.
But I still had to fuck with the boxes. And so I would come home and my arms would just be all broken out. And there wasn't, like, I could put stuff on it, I could wash it, but there wasn't really much I could do about it. Especially in summer, you're not going to be walking around in a long sleeve shirt.
I do.
Like wintertime, okay. But fuck that. Like, 90 something in a warehouse with no air conditioning, I'm not wearing a long sleeve shirt. Like, I'll itch. I'd rather itch than sweat.
There it is, TKO.
Oh, he switched it. I was just about to say that. That was a beautiful fucking counter by Kaz right there. Oh, he's going for the guillotine.
Leg drop right on the money.
Cover him, man.
Frankie. 1, 2, no.
Frankie, how long you been doing this, homie? Like 20, 25 years?
Tons of experience.
Why are you celebrating before you cover?
I just want him to grab the mic and be, this is the worst town I have ever been in.
And I know, and I second that, okay? I said it at the very beginning, just one time.
The jawbreaker. Scorpio Sky, the Bandera, very high Bandera.
I mean, honestly, if you think about the first Double or Nothing, SCU got the biggest crowd reaction in Las Vegas that night.
You know, and I think that's why they went away from SCU, because it was supposed to be a heel group, or a heel group, and they wound up getting overdoing it.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, it's not like it's not like they went away from it because they made them the first tag champs. B, how you go away from something when they got a bigger pop from the crowd than Mox did at the end of the damn show?
And now Frankie Kazarian once again looking for the crossface chicken wing. No one's been able to survive the chicken wing.
Scorpio survives.
Nobody survives the chicken wing. Just ask Bob Backlund.
He's got it again. He's got it. They're not locked though, Taz. No, it's not locked, but look at the tenacity.
It's like saying somebody can survive the Iron Sheik's camel clutch. Never fucking happened.
Does not have to be all long, and you can see trying to break the grip around the throat is Sky of Kazarian.
Speaking of Sheik,
and on that note, fuck the Hulk Hogan. I'm sorry.
No, they need to catch up on that.
I need to catch up on that shit.
They just got renewed for a third season.
Oh,
yeah.
Sweet.
And
I got distracted with It's Always Sunny, so I gotta track back.
They're in pre-attitude era with Rocky Mahavia. They're having Rocky Mahavia episodes.
With the hair? Oh my god, that
hair. They just had the episode where they put him on tour in the Tennessee territory before he went.
Yeah.
Paige is just surprised.
Sorry, this is just some douchebaggery by Dan Lambert
and Ethan Page
and short pant Ethan Page.
This is it. This is the end for Sky with him.
Ethan Capri Pants Page. What the fuck?
I love Ethan Page. Dude's amazing.
I do too, but not like this.
Oh, there it is.
He's got to be done. Yep.
Of course he's going to retain.
I don't know. Scorpio had kind of gone night-night until the until frickin' Frack showed up. Like, you can hate on Sammy and Ty all you want, but like Dan Lambert worse than both put together.
Oh my God, yeah. Who's worse? Jim Cornette or Dan Lambert?
I was gonna say 3 words to describe Dan Lambert: great value, corny.
No. Cornette's worse. At least Lambert.
That's why he's great
gimmick.
value, corny. Because he's like an offshoot, cheap version.
He's better than Cornette. Like overall, like he's a character. He's in a gimmick. He's doing. Jim Cornette is Jim Cornette, and he's a content.
Let's just put it this way. To be fair, Dan Lambert has a job in a wrestling promotion right now. So there's that. Something corny could not and could never keep. And will probably never get again. Why is you hollering?
Because he's pissed.
This thing just got red hot here, dude.
Aww.
Oh, man. Scorpio Sky.
You hit the wrong dude, Sky. You hit the wrong dude.
Oh my God.
Wait, are we getting Daniels? If we get Daniels, I'm
No. We're gonna get an Ethan Page, Paige Van Zant mixed tag champ.
Oh, instead we get Sammy.
I'm over it.
I was hoping for Daniels. I really was. I know they can't team up, but he can still save them.
Why did Sammy just save Kaz?
Because they're going to continue this whole feud with Sammy and Scorpio. And because the mic was off, but I clearly heard Dan Lambert say some shit about something horror. You know, he was trying to talk to Sammy and Ty in the crowd, and then they jumped the ring.
Yeah.
So he kind of antagonized them, but the mic wasn't on, so that's kind of a bit of a boo-boo on their part.
That shit happens.
But yeah, okay, so now we're all caught up on the Elite. Fuck. I mean, it was a good show.
Yeah.
Rampage was a pretty good show. I enjoyed pretty much all of it. Maybe not Riho.
No, definitely not Riho. But I appreciated Ruby.
I did. I always appreciate Ruby. Always.
Yeah.
I appreciated that she won even more because of who she was facing. But, you know, there is that. And I'm always going to appreciate any show that Penta shows up on.
Oh, yeah.
Why are people so mad about the new ROH logo?
Because
it looks like trash. I'm not mad. I saw it and I was like, this is trash though.
It's the same style letters that are on the title belts.
I understand. But they took a rough cut.
Doesn't make it any better.
What they did was they took a rough cut that Tony turned in for patenting and they put it out to the public. Now, that's not the finished logo. That's just, this is what we're thinking about. We need a trademark for it before we move forward. Because they don't want to make
that.
it.
I'm looking it up now. Like I just saw a quick picture, but I didn't look further into it. And it does say that it's
And I understand when you...
It's a potential new logo.
Right.
That means there may be more.
They submitted a few, and one of them got leaked. And people think like that's just going to be the logo. No, you need something to present to be patented and trademarked. But then once you get that, then you go and you finish it up and you clean it up and you do whatever. So this is just like, it's like if you're writing a paper for school, it's a rough draft. That's all it is. And people are all mad because it looks like somebody could have drawn it up on their phone. And that's probably true. But that's not the finished fucking product. It's not the finished product, though. But everybody's jumping the gun because it got leaked out there and they think this is it and it's not. You know, I'm sure they're going to add some neon colors to it and call it 2.0.
Really?
Like there are people there. Sorry, but I got to get this out there because I'm already in a bad mood. Now I can't hold nothing in. There are more people pissed about this logo than they were about the finished 2.0 logo. There were people defending that shit. Nobody outside of us that I've seen has defended this.
You know what gets my goat though? Like, it's just a fucking logo, y'all. Like, it's not that fucking serious. I saw it and I laughed and I was like, bro, this shit looks like a fucking teenager, like a freshman in high school did it in their computer graphics class as their like first project of the year.
Yeah, real talk. My son could have drew that up on my tablet. Like, seriously. And I'm not saying that in a great way, but it's not bad either. But again, it's not finished, and it's one of multiple options that they put in. So I don't even know if they're using this one. It's just the one that got leaked.
Honestly, though, why we as a fandom, I mean, like as a whole in general, why are we even talking about a fucking logo? That shit ain't even that serious. It's just a fucking logo.
Weren't we just talking? It was last week, right? That we were talking about what was grinding our gears.
Yeah,
and we all had something to say.
Here it is.
About certain portions of wrestling fans, and this is a perfect example of all that. Like, here it is, right here. The people that are just going crazy over this logo, talking down on it, talking shit about it, whatever you want to say. This is exactly what we were talking about last week when we were saying, yeah, I'm a wrestling fan, but fans still grind my gears, and here's why. This is Exhibit B. Okay.
Honestly.
You know, I mean, we brought up a lot of that stuff tonight. I think we were even talking about, like, oh, why does everybody say when somebody leaves, they're going to AEW? Because every dirt sheet says it.
Yep.
And you act like fans bring this up. No, they heard it somewhere, and then they brought it to you. So you're really not mad at the fan for saying, or you're mad at the fan for saying it when somebody put it out there and they saw
it. It becomes a giant echo chamber, though, because it's like the dirt sheet puts it out, and then the fans just keep echoing it back and forth to each other.
Yeah.
And then it becomes truth.
And the biggest thing that's what I mean. I never look at it as fact. It's like, what if? You know, like what if this dude or this woman goes to AEW? What would happen? And I'll leave it at that. But other fans fight to the death over it on either side. Like, oh, it'd be great for this. Oh, it would suck because blah, blah, blah. They already did this and oversaturation and meh. And it's just like,
I'm like, y'all.
What if you're both wrong? Wrestling. What if they don't go?
It's just wrestling, y'all. It's not that serious.
It really isn't.
Like, damn,
it really isn't.
Chill. We as a fandom, we all just need to chill. Wrestling fans have no chill whatsoever.
I know I say Tony Khan needs to shut the fuck up a lot, but at the same time, sometimes I think wrestling fans need to shut the fuck up.
Oh, God, yeah.
And I'm saying that, and I am one, and I know I probably should sometimes myself. And sometimes I try, and I can't. And sometimes I am able to accomplish that goal. But other wrestling fans don't seem to ever have that off switch. Like, they don't even have a pause button. It's just blah, 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 and everything sucks. If everything sucks, why are you watching?
Just stop. Just go watch hockey. Just go watch hockey instead.
Right?
Hey.
What?
Leave hockey alone. Celtics are winning 100-87 right now with 3 minutes and 53 seconds left.
At least your team is still in the fucking playoffs.
They're playing the Milwaukee Bucks. Tatum's got 41 points. Smart's got 21 and Brown's got 22.
All right, we're going here. I'm gonna say it. The Sixers should have drafted Ben Tatum. I'm done. I don't remember. It was like Markelle Fultz that year, but they should have drafted Ben Tatum. I mean, Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
Sorry, they should have drafted that motherfucker. They went with Markelle Fultz, and I was like, no, you need Tatum. And I don't even know where Markelle Fultz is these days. And meanwhile, this boy Tatum out here killing the Bucks, putting up 41. We could have used that the other night.
It's a great thing. They're going to go to Game 7, go back to Boston for Game 7.
That's going to be tough, y'all.
And the Bruins just forced Game 7 against the Hurricanes.
I heard about that, but a game. Think about that. I don't care. Like, I know the Bucks are the defending champions. I give them fine. I give you all the credit in the world. But if you got to go to the Garden for a Game 7, you're in trouble. It's that simple. I mean, the Garden is crazy, man. Like, that's one of the biggest home field advantages in any sport, let alone basketball. Good luck with that shit.
And the Red Sox are winning right now, 5-0 over the Rangers, top of 7. God damn, it's a great night of sports for Boston.
You're a happy guy. And meanwhile, all I can say is at least the Eagles got A.J. Brown. Fuck.
Well, I guess with all of that being said, and a wonderful watch along, and as many times as we've derailed from basketball to Spider-Man to
the usual.
There's honestly though, there's no real derailing in this because we didn't plan this. We just came on, did whatever the fuck we felt like, just spoke about whatever the fuck came to our minds.
We just hung out. Let's be real.
We hung out and we had fun, and we watched some wrestling on top of that. So you can't really derail when you weren't on the track to begin with. Like, this whole show is off the track. I might even cut it up.
It's like a road trip without a map. We're just letting the wind take us wherever, and it took us to many places.
I might honestly cut it up, put the wrestling stuff together, and then throw these other little parts about Spider-Man and whatever else at the end in their own little separate segments and shit, and have fun with it. I just wanted to hang out with my family. That was all I wanted to do. Because I've had a really shitty week, and I didn't know how I was going to react to even doing this, let alone if I had to be running everything, be live, have all these people throwing comments and everything on. Yeah. Fuck, I'm not this week, y'all. You know I love you, but not this week.
Yeah.
Not this fucking week. I just didn't have the mental or just anything capacity.
The wherewithal.
Yeah, just didn't have it in me this week.
We just did not have the spoons.
It's like I said to you guys before the show. Like, I'll come on this and I'll kick it with y'all whenever, wherever. I don't give a fuck because y'all are family. But in the mood I'm in right now, like, I just couldn't. Not with anybody else. Y'all are cool.
I get that.
Where I'm at.
I'll be honest, I was yawning before I got on, y'all. So
I
haven't been sleeping well this week, so I was yawning before I got on.
I'm there with y'all.
Again, I appreciate the shit out of this, guys. Thank you. You know I love you too. And
this was good.
Hopefully we'll get back to some sort of normalcy. I did want to cover a few things that I knew Bruce was going to have on the rundown, but I felt bad about this. But I'm so glad y'all came through. Like, I can't even explain what it means, like, right now. So,
we're there for you. We're always there for each
y'all.
other. I appreciate that about you guys.
No, I'm always gonna have your backs, no matter what.